Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Nocturnal Nerdcast. My voice just cracked there. Did you hear that? Welcome to... That was better. The Nocturnal Nerdcast, pop culture in the dark. I'm really excited because tonight we have a bunch of really fun topics. There's only one that's kind of sketch, but everything else is pretty fun. And it's been quite a week, so it's really nice to have some really exciting stuff to talk about. So I'm super hyped about that. We're going to be looking at the actual trailer for Spider-Man Brand New Day instead of that awful thing that we looked at on Tuesday, which I know people were not happy about it. It wasn't my favorite thing. So we're going to get the actual trailer. And I have gone through and compiled some articles and some things like that, some information that I was able to dig up. I'm sure you guys in the chat probably have been on the internet, scouring the internet to find out stuff about the trailer. So definitely chime in the chat for that. Also, I believe it's a new trailer. I bookmarked it, but I haven't watched it. But I think there's a new trailer for Sonic. Is it a new trailer? I'll double check before we watch it. But I think there's a new trailer for Sonic. And so I'm excited to see that, if that is in fact a new trailer. We're also going to talk a little bit about Project Hail Mary. I think that's really interesting. We're going to get into that. What else do I have over here on the tab? Let's see. Some Disney stuff. A few other random topics that I have bookmarked. So, yeah, I'm pretty excited. So Jose has confirmed that the Sonic trailer is a new trailer. So that's awesome. That's awesome. Aaron, we're going to talk about that tonight. I actually have the information. I put it in a Google Doc. So that's what I'm doing now. I put everything in a Google Doc. And so I get really confused sometimes because now Google Doc has all of these other tabs. And so I feel like I miss stuff sometimes. But it makes my job a little bit easier. I really wish that StreamYard specifically would allow us to like have multiple tabs open, like shared multiple tabs, so I can just ding go through them like that. But it doesn't work that way. Completely boring, but I explained it to you guys. With StreamYard, you have to like share each tab separately, or you have to risk having your entire browser shared and having like peen or boobs or something pop up on your screen. So you have to be really careful about that. Before we get into anything though, shout out to some of our channel members in the house. South Texas Shark is here. Harrison is here. Good to see you. Naruto is here. Obviously, Jose is here. Cody is in the building. Thank you, Cody, for being here. Let's see. Anchor Cornholio 75. Great name. This is off topic, but have you seen that the Star Wars channel, the Lore Master, Defend Geeks and Gamers? I have not. Can you give me a video title specifically? I would definitely go and check that out. 100%. 100%. Big Fieldy, 6 months as a channel member. Thank you so much, Big Fieldy, for supporting the stream and being part of this positive movement on YouTube in the dark days that we are in right now. Thank you so much. Thank you for being a part of that. And the master is here. The maestro is here. I heard, I don't want to put you on the spot, Maestro, but I heard that there was some drama. I don't know whose channel it was. But I heard there was some drama where someone thought you were a troll in their chat. Is that true? Press X to doubt. But that's what I heard. Hold on, my phone is buzzing. I thought it might be somebody telling me they were coming in. It's just us right now. I'm not kidding this time. There's nobody sitting in the green room. It's just us tonight. We have a couple super chats here. Naruto with a $5 super chat. Thank you so much, Naruto. Are you still planning on going over the list of difference from One Piece Season 2 in the anime that I sent you on Discord? I am, but what I'm going to do, Naruto, is I'm going to go live early, like a half an hour earlier, and then invite anybody to come on that has watched all of One Piece that wants to talk about it. Hopefully some people that are familiar with the manga and the anime as well. I'm planning on doing that on Tuesday. So that will be I've already got it bookmarked in my Google Doc for Tuesday. So do not worry. Silhouetted Animator with a $5 super chat says Fisk, political advisor from Born Again, being the new mayor, is spoiled in the trailer. I did see that, but my thing is, I maybe it's just me, but I kind of assumed that Fisk wouldn't be mayor. Right? I kind of assumed by the end of the season he's not going to be mayor anymore. That's just me. Like, yeah, it might have been spoiled that this is the person who is the mayor. I get that, but I just assumed that he wasn't going to be mayor anymore at the end of the season. But I'm still excited to watch. I'm still excited. What? I'm sorry. I'm excited to watch Daredevil Born Again and Spider-Man Brand New Day. What kind of word is that? Holy shit. Wow. Somebody mentioned something. Where is it at here? Where is it at? Hold on. Oh, right here. Eric D. Bunks is in his 50s. He looks younger than Nerdrotic. Power of not being hateful. It's also, there's a lot of additional things you have to do when you get older. Under eye bag treatments, taking care of your skin. I recommend using a face wash every single day. Start when you're young, so by the time you get older, you don't have to work as hard. Thank you. Silhouette Animators in the building. Loving the energy, Eric. Well, it's been good. Look, it's kind of a spoiler for me here. I love the Spider-Man Brand New Day trailer, and I can't wait to watch it with you guys again. I am very energized to go see that movie in theaters. And remember when I told you guys that Supergirl was like my big movie for the year? That might have changed. That may be changing now based on Spider-Man Brand New Day. So, we'll see. What's up, Anthony? Good to see you. Thank you for being here. We have another super chat. Silhouette Animator with a $1 super chat. Glad you're... Oh, that's another reason why I'm happy. Thank you so much, Silhouetted Animator, for bringing this up. Yes, I have watched the first 3 episodes of Invincible Season 4. And I know we have a lot of people on the panel that poo-poo the series. But I enjoyed it quite a lot. I'm loving the first 3 episodes. The second episode is so fucking good this season. It is so delicious and so like see episode 2. Oh my God. So fucking good. We were talking, I don't want to spoil it yet, but I want to talk about it, but I don't want to spoil it. So it's like, what do I say that's not spoilery? What do I say? I don't know. Episode 2, we were talking about like, can that person be redeemed? Can that person be redeemed? Yes, no, maybe. I don't know. If you read the comics, you know that it isn't quite that simple. However, there is going to be some stuff happening. There's one costume change from Invincible comics I don't love, but does take away from how much I enjoyed the start. I don't like the blue and black costume as much as the OG costume. I like the OG costume better than the black and blue one. I look, some people like the darker colors or whatever. That's fine. Not for me. I still like it. Not for me. I prefer the OG Invincible suit. So 100%. Big Fieldy says, Omni-Man is a great character. I am not going to disagree with you on that. I actually have several... I mean, is it okay to like Omni-Man in 2026? Is that something you can get canceled for? I don't know. I have Omni-Man t-shirts and I have an Omni-Man hat. And I have no Invincible, like no other Invincible merch. I'd love to find some Battle Beast stuff, for sure. But I don't know. I've looked around. I haven't seen anything. I haven't seen any merch for Battle Beast yet. Doesn't mean it's not out there. I just can't find it. All right, so I am actually shocked. I'm shocked that we're 12 minutes into the stream and I still have you guys all to myself. I'm absolutely shocked about that. So let's go ahead. We're going to jump into a topic. Let me snag something here. Let me snag something for us to talk about. Let's jump into something. What do I got tonight? Wait, there's a new Maul trailer? Like, as in today? Joshua, are you sure? Are you sure? Hold on. Wait, hold on. Am I going to go looking for this and then it's not going to be there? Is this a troll? Are you trolling me, Joshua? Have we already watched it? Have we, you and I, have we already watched it yet? Okay, let me grab that then. What's up, Tony, in the building? Good to see you. Good to see you, Tony. Stranger says, not today, but a few days ago, I think one did drop. All right. All right, well, let me go dig that up. Bear with me one momento before you guys head anywhere. Let's find this Maul trailer. We'll watch that early. I kind of wish Ronan and Jake were here. Yes, Ronan and Jake. And Omega. Because they are big fans of Star Wars. And, yeah. Let's see. Oh, 3 days ago. All right. All right. The Nerdcast merch. Do you guys want the link for the actual Nerdcast shirts? By the way, the hats will be out next week. The hats will be out next week. I'm waiting to get the logo fixed for hats. But I will drop the link for the shirts. Where's it at here? I should have it handy, right? I feel like I don't have it handy. All right. Here are the official. These are the official shirts for the Nerdcast. Let me show you guys what it looks like. I think they look really cool. It's actually the logo. I don't know if you guys saw this or not, but it is the actual Nerdcast logo, the OG one that we're back to using now. And you can get it in the shop in 4 different colors. As you can see, here's the logo. These are really good quality shirts and they come very quickly. I think some people in the chat have purchased shirts. They can confirm that they come very quickly. So you have like a gray, you have an orange if you want to do something a little bit brighter. And for the edgy people, you can go pink. All those are available right now. They go up to 4XL. Fourth Wall is a great site. Definitely check that out. Wait, did I drop the link? I did. All right. We did have someone jump into the green room who has arrived and I think prepared to watch some trailers with us. That is Darren.
Hello.
It's been forever. Like, I feel like I haven't seen you in 2 or 3 streams.
Yeah, it's been a couple of streams. Sorry I'm late. I was finishing Invincible.
Oh, so good this season.
Actually, I think I have like 5 minutes left, but I was like, I'll hop on, chat with the boys.
The end of episode 3, the very end. If you haven't read the comic book, it is so good. It like sets up so much. I cannot tell you how, like, today has been a very good day energy wise. We're renovating our kitchen. I don't know if you heard, I mentioned that in the last stream. We're renovating our kitchen. We put all the tiles down. We finally got our new cabinets together, which took forever. They're like IKEA, so they're very like difficult to put together. If anybody's ever put together IKEA stuff, it's very difficult to put together. So we got all that done. Spider-Man trailer, Invincible, 3 episodes of Invincible. I've just had a really solid, and pizza. I've got pizza sitting over here that I had earlier. So it's just been like a good solid day today. So good vibes, which is why I tried to pick good stories to talk about. I didn't want to throw any sort of like wrench in the gears of good vibes. And speaking of good vibes, Ronan has appeared.
No, wait. Let's see if there's any echoes. Are there any echoes?
Hello. No, there's no echoes.
Yes.
I guess you fixed it, figured it out what it is. But
it was the vibes, man. The vibes.
Yeah. We got a couple super chats to look at, and then we're gonna watch. I'm glad that that both of you showed up, but Ronan, we're gonna watch this Maul teaser trailer that came out a couple days ago.
Oh my god!
And I just need to know from like some diehard Star Wars people some stuff from the I need you to like drop some knowledge on us. So let me do these super chats, and then we'll get into the trailer.
Okay.
Naruto with the $5 super chat, which, by the way, we already hit the goal in the Reloaded chat. So thank you guys so much. I appreciate that. You guys are amazing. We're 1 out of 5 over in the Debunks chat. Thank you guys so much. Based on the Spider-Man trailer, Man Spider incoming? ? I have so much to say about this trailer. I know we usually save it for the second hour, but we might actually have to watch it before that because I am so ready to talk about it. But we're going to do the Maul trailer, then we're going to look at the Sonic 4 teaser thingy, and then we'll do we'll probably jump into Spider-Man because I feel like we're going to be talking about that for a while. Forget Me Not 182 with a $2 Canada super chat. Where's Canada Graphs when you need him? Have you seen Vox Machina? Better than Invincible, in my opinion. I like that, and I also like Mighty 9, but I like Mighty 9 better than Vox. Mighty 9 is just really fucking good. Look, I like
Vox
Vox.
Machina?
Yeah.
One day I'll get into it.
It's really good. There's nothing wrong with it. I think it's extremely, extremely well done, and there's a reason why we ended up getting the second campaign with Mighty 9. But Mighty 9 for me is like it's a beautiful thing. Both of them are great though. And I know some people don't like Invincible. I get it, the artwork, and I mean, I've heard it all. It's whatever. I still like it. You know, sometimes
Absolute
I like
cinema.
McDonald's. Sometimes I like McDonald's, and sometimes I like Fuddruckers. You know, it just really depends on what kind of mood I'm in. We got a $5 super chat from Lone Wolf. Invincible first 3 episodes were great. Can you say which one was your favorite? 2.
Yeah.
2 was my favorite. I'll say the Nolan backstory episode. Look, I think they're all like, we're talking about all of them being like 9s and 10s, but I think 2 for me is like above and beyond.
Yes.
Yeah,
I kind of know exactly. And I kind of know what's happening this season because I've read a lot of the comics, so I kind of know where we're going. It just depends on how quickly we get there. So I'm pretty excited. Is everybody watching? I know Jake's not watching it, but are you guys watching? I know you.
Hell yeah.
Rona, you? Okay, good. You just said it, Darren. Why did I even ask you? Come on now. Silhouette Animator with a $10 super chat. Cool subtle detail from Invincible Season 3, Episode 7 when you see one of the done-for Mark variants. One of them is contorted and surrounded by crows. Crows responds calling card. He permanently defeats his foes.
Nice.
Oh, it reminds me
I was
of
freaking out over the Episode 2 opening, which, as far as I know, that's not in the books. And I was just like, what?
Yeah. When they're giving like some backstory for a certain character. Yeah. 100%.
Yeah.
I'm so excited for where the season is going. We've got some good, like, the reason why I'm also really hyped is this is the beginning of like all of the shows coming back. So like everything is going to start rolling in. We're going to start getting back into having like so much to talk about. And you have that lull from like fall of the end of the year to like spring of the next year where it's just not a lot going on. And so Super excited about that. Thank you for the super chat, guys. I do appreciate it very much. All right, let's get into this trailer for Star Wars, and this is called Maul Shadow Lord official trailer, streaming on April 6th. That's right around the corner too. All right. Is this weekly or is it all at once?
So it's every week, 2 episodes per week, and the finale is on May the 4th. So I believe it's a 10-episode series / first season, TBD.
I think it's 8. I think it's 2 a week for 4 weeks, if I remember.
There you go. Yeah.
And they're probably 30-minute episodes, right? So we'll get an hour.
I'd imagine.
Okay.
30, 45, yeah, I think so.
Okay. All right, so let's go Maul trailer, which may get removed. If you're a regular viewer of the stream, you know that this might be here or it might not. It's a mystery. It's a flip of a coin. Here we go.
Our target is a syndicate leader. He is associated with several criminal organizations. And proficient with a laser sword.
The Empire tried to kill me. Their betrayal demands consequence. And that consequence requires a weapon. Together, we can destroy the Empire.
So good.
He wants to fight as allies.
The Empire may be our common enemy, but Maul will never be our ally.
We need to find him. Whatever it takes.
This is escalating out of our hands.
Ooh.
The Empire will want answers.
The Empire will lock this planet down.
Jedi, where is Maul? I'm right here. Let us have our revenge.
We're not gonna take out the whole Empire.
Wow. All right. So, Ronan, as the biggest fan of Star Wars on the panel, what are your thoughts on this trailer?
To quote the Sith code itself, I'm going to say is, peace is a lie. There is only passion. Through passion, I gain strength. Through strength, I gain power. Through power, I gain victory. Through victory, my chains are broken. That was super nerdish, and I apologize for anybody who wasn't ready for that. Dude, listen, I like aspects of the Book of Boba Fett, and I'm not trying to making a dick measuring contest already. I'm not trying to. But the vibes of this trailer is what I wanted out of Book of Boba Fett. I wanted fucking mobster. Like, no, he's not a good guy. He's just a bad guy, and there are worse people than him. And dude, listen, when I walked out of Solo, I was surprised I had fun and liked it. And I was surprised with what happens in that movie without spoiling stuff. You haven't seen it. And let's just say there's potential to investigate more of Maul as a character, because there's a lot of time between where we see him in the Siege of Mandalore at the end of Clone Wars and then where we see him in Rebels. This is just gorgeous. The animation looks like 8K. It looks even more better than the last season of Clone Wars, better than the Bad Batch, better than the Tales of series. Again, all these shows, they get better after each season and each, show. Just, I don't know what they do at Lucasfilm, but they just start releasing 8K versions of that. Like, look at that, dude. Like the shading, the coloring, and it is just art, dude. Again, super nerdish thing. If you go back towards the end of the teaser, when Maul strikes down that big Imperial Walker thing, that's an ATST. That move is straight out of The Force Unleashed, which is Sam Witwer, who plays Maul. played Starkiller in that game, and it's a move right out of that game. So I would not be surprised if they pull that and be like, hey, you know what? Let's do that for Maul. And again, I'm gonna give you all some. Hopefully, my camera works for just a little bit. I'm gonna give you all some recommendations if you want to get a little baptized with some Maul shenanigans. Look at this. So
let me put you up on the screen here.
Oh.
Go read Son of Dathomir. It tells you where he's been right before you see him in the Siege of Mandalore, and then they even reference it in the show. This is the prequel comic to this show that we just saw a teaser for, and it focuses in on the captain, the guy who's being played by Wagner Moura, Pablo Escobar from Narcos, and it is a fascinating dude. It's a fascinating
Narcos,
tale.
so yeah.
No, he was great in Secret Agent. So he was.
Yes.
Yeah. So other than that, let me jump back here to the normal screen again. Other than that, is there any other Star Wars material you would suggest for people to watch before jumping into the Darth Maul show? As a fan,
the series is being written by Matt Miktovics. I think hopefully I'm not butchering his name. That dude is one of the best writers Star Wars has had, and he wrote all of Tales of the Underworld, which is either my second favorite or favorite Tales of anthology. And if you want to know what Star Wars can do in the underworld and really dive into it, not just say you're gonna do it and then you do something else like Book of Boba Fett. Watch the 3-episode arc of Cad Bane and Tales of the Underworld, and that should give you a vibe of like the descendants to like bad guy. And I don't know, just be on the lookout for stuff. There's episodes from Clone Wars where he starts culminating his like crime syndicate. And go read it. Plus, these decks. It's a phenomenal comic that I really like the first issue. And I don't know. Go. I'll get okay. Well, selfish plug. I did a video breaking down an interview they did with Sam about his approach. And like, if you look at it, this teaser, you see Maul has a different perspective with the Jedi. And Sam, we were talking about this in an interview. He said like for the longest time he was built to just destroy and hate the Jedi, and now he sees the Empire as an enemy. And he kind of, in a way, helped hoard this occupation of the galaxy. And so what happens when this guy, who knows who Palpatine is, his true identity and what he's been up to, what happens when he wants to take on the Empire from the underworld and not from a rebellion cell, if you will? And so go see Solo, go see Rebels. Well, I would wait on Rebels because a lot of this might spoil stuff. But there's... just be on the lookout for stuff coverage. I'm planning on doing more stuff from my channel leading up to it, and it's just phenomenal. I mean,
I'm all about like shameless self promotion. So go ahead.
See the Mandalore. That should get you enough detail to know where Maul's headspace is going into the show, and it's one of the best stories they've ever done in Star Wars, in my opinion.
We have Jake entering as well, so we have Jake in the
building.
Bob,
hey Jake.
What's up? Hey.
By the way, Jake and Bob, what did you see that Maul trailer that dropped?
Oh yeah,
is it a new one? Because I saw one.
It's a new one, yeah.
I haven't seen the new one. I saw one from like
you literally just missed
ago.
It. We just watched it.
Well, I mean, the one I saw was really good. It got me intrigued enough to put on the podcast. I was like, okay, this looks great.
Dropped a few days ago, dude. The one they just cut out, it felt like a horror. You told me, Eric, it felt like a horror movie.
Yeah,
sounds sick.
I mean,
and Jake, what do you think? Because you seem pretty excited about it too, right? Like,
well, you really got a glimpse at. I mean, obviously you're going to see more in the show, but this is like the first glimpse we've had outside of Rebels and Clone Wars at what really makes Maul tick, and I really want to learn more about that.
Yeah.
So,
I'm getting a phone call. Hold on. Hello. Oh yeah, I also heard Star Wars was dead. But I guess it's not because the trailer looks really good. So I just wanted to.
I heard that rumor. I heard about that.
That was Kathleen Kennedy. She was just reminding me that Star Wars was
Hi,
dead.
Kathy.
I thought it was your Uber Eats person saying, "Hey, we're at your door."
No. It's Kathleen
I was
Kennedy.
it was pizza too. Yeah.
Well, I do actually have pizza right behind my sign over here, staying warm. So,
I don't know. I feel good as a Star Wars fan. Like I think we're eating good for the next few months between this, the Mandalorian, and Grogu.
Right. I just feel like Star Wars people have so much coming up, so to continue to say Star Wars is dead seems really kind of weird to me.
You know what? If people want to complain and sit in their chairs and be miserable, just let them be.
Remember, I think someone said it like how people feel like it only should be under George Lucas and all that stuff. and how there could be,
Yeah,
potential
because-
not gamergate, but just gatekeeping in franchises and like fandom. That's where I feel I couldn't lean into that side. Like if all
Well,
I cared about in Star Wars is Luke and Anakin and just those first 6 movies, sure, it would be an interesting aspect as a kid, but like now as an adult, that galaxy, that franchise, the potential is so big. And I said it again, they've barely touched the surface. There's a lot more they can do, and this is proof, in my opinion.
Okay.
I mean,
We're seeing all this recognition for things that are outside of the Star Wars, not Star Wars, sorry, outside of the Skywalker name. Between Mando, Andor, and this coming up. I think more people at least, are finally starting to realize that there is more to Star Wars than Luke Skywalker. Is an old joke there.
Nice.
But yeah, I'm glad people are finally starting to open up their minds a little bit.
So we got a super chat. Yeah, go ahead, Bob.
I just want to add real fast: the people who are whining about that Star Wars should go back to George Lucas are the same people who would not shut up if the prequels were released today.
Oh yeah, 100%. Lone Wolf of the Channel super chat says, "I thought I saw a Revan for a sec, but it's not."
No, I think you saw Rook Cast, who's a Maul who's a loyalist to Maul, and she's another character that I'm pumped for people to hopefully we dive into more of her, because she's a fascinating character in my opinion.
Oh yeah.
Jed Ted with the $2 super chat says, "Still hoping they make a Galen Merritt canon again." So
Listen, man, as someone who I know of the EU and Legends, I don't know all of it, but I heard Galen Merrick, I heard Dash Rendar, Mara Jade, the fucking what are the Vikings, the Yuzon Vong. I think we take it one step at a time. Now that Filoni's co-president, he's always been cool with bringing in stuff from EU and Legends and making it canon. So I wouldn't be surprised if, in some form or fashion, some of this stuff might come down the line. Now, who knows if we'll ever get Kal Katarn in canon? Who knows? But I say keep the hope up. Don't just be waiting for that. But I think anything is possible now in day and age, because I think he knows that you don't have to make new stuff if there's already been stuff created and it has credibility. Now you have another chance to reintroduce it to the general audience. For hardcore fans, that would mean a lot, I think.
And don't kill off Dash Rendar. Just say thing.
Please don't. Yeah, don't do that.
Don't do that. Don't do it.
Jumping back to the Invincible stuff, we have a super chat from Silhouette Animator, $5 super chat. Thank you so much. Next episode is the Hell One Spawn reference, please. I think it's they were saying there's going to be a story with Damien Darkblood that's not from the comics this season.
Yeah,
I heard about that. Yeah,
that's what it is.
I'm kidding.
What did you say, Jay?
I said Damien Dark. What? I'm kidding.
Oh yeah. No, they're saying there was a story because they kind of set it up at the end. If you remember the end of last season, they set up that storyline. So that's what this is going to be. It's going to be, essentially, if you were going to accurately tag what this would be in a show, it would either be filler or bottle content, which is essentially stuff that's not necessarily canon to the story. But if they actually make it integral to the story, then it comes outside of that, the filler thing. But I'm not mad. One-off episodes are fine. Just like the Adam Eve special was really good. If you watch that was really good. So not too upset about that.
I'd say that I'd say Adam Eve was pretty important to the story.
I agree.
that
Some people
special.
skipped it though. It's so weird.
I fucking love it. It has some of the best soundtrack, in my opinion, of the show.
And if you don't like the artwork in the show, that special has incredible artwork.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
really well done.
Incredible. Yeah. By the way, when you guys were watching the trailer, I muted and finished my last 5 minutes of Invincible.
Big reveal at the end of the
Holy
credits on
shit.
the last episode. Yeah,
Bro.
I called that shit episode 1, and I was hoping that they'd wait for I could be like,
Yeah.
oh, I called it.
So I've been waiting, because when they started getting, when they started, chugga bow wow, I was like, when are they gonna do it? When is it and then it wasn't until last season when you see things sound so horrible. So I apologize to the female audience right now. When I saw the drip in the clothing, and I was like, that means I knew instantly, which is a horrible thing to say, but I was just like, you know what? I'm not gonna spoil it. Let's just see how they play out. And I feel bad that they have so much weight on their shoulders, both of them. Not just
yeah.
Mark,
it's going to
not
be a
just
crazy
both of
season.
Yeah.
Crazy season.
I love
Cody
him.
with the $5 super chat says, fun fact, episode 3 was originally called Creeping Fear, actually, and that's the title of episode 8. So they've moved it to episode 8 now. Oh, that's interesting.
I'm glad you guys are having fun with it.
Big Fieldy with the $2.99 super chat says, Sam Witwer is Maul. Fuck Ray Parks. So
Here's the thing. I'll say this. I hope Ray gets help. I don't condone. I don't agree with what he's been doing on social media.
all that weird shit he's doing on social media, like reposting stuff about his ex and things like that, is so fucking strange.
Yeah, that's strange.
Yeah.
So before I throw him under the bus, all I'll say is just please get help. Stay off social media. And I'll say this. They shot, and he said it, so I'm not spoiling stuff. Sam Witwer said they shot actual footage for reference for the animation of him performing Maul. I'm not saying you should excommunicado Ray Park for indefinitely, but if you're gonna bring eventually Maul into live action, maybe once put Sam Witwer in the makeup and make the circle complete and see what that does. I think.
By the way, Cody clarified here that he meant the original title of Revenge of the Sith was Creeping Fear.
Yes,
Yeah.
dude. Listen. I'm not gonna get my hopes up because I know Star Wars to do that, but I just say that they have the potential to do something that fans have been wanting to see and have been wondering if so and so have met prior to such incidents. And I'll leave it at that. I'll leave it vague at that.
Yeah.
I'll leave it at that.
We got a $5 super chat from Anawak Beatbox. Great name. They're going to make him Grey Hulk Brand New Day because the green was stupid. That takes us back to earlier this week. We were talking about Green Lanterns.
That's a deep cut, pop
Dave,
culture news reference.
That's literally Nerdcast lore because we just talked about it. Green is stupid.
I'll say this: if they do the Grey Hole thing, they could do the McFarlane cover. I'm just saying.
They could. Absolutely.
I'm just saying.
I wouldn't be fine. I would not be opposed to that at all.
All right. I think that's it for the super chats there. All right, let's talk about, before we get into the next trailer, let's do a little segment here. And no spoilers if anybody has seen it yet. I don't want any spoilers on this because I'm going to see it on Sunday. Because it was sold out at my theater. And that is, if it'll come up on screen here.
Project
I have a
Hail
feeling
Harry.
it's something I was having trouble getting
Hail
tickets
Harry?
for. Yeah.
Yeah.
I got tickets for tomorrow at 8, but yeah.
Yeah, I had
didn't
trouble
realize
getting
it'd be that
tickets for
rough.
this.
Oh boy!
Look, you guys know how I feel about Rotten Tomatoes. It is not my shit. I don't like to blast it up too much, but it is incredible for a movie to get 95 and 98% from both sides of the aisle.
Mm-hmm.
Best movie of the year, and I will be shocked if this movie's not at the Oscars next year. Leave it at that.
So you've seen it already, then?
Yes.
Okay. Are you the only one on the panel that's seen it so far?
I'm going tomorrow.
I cried.
I can't go till Sunday. Literally, middle of the day Sunday is the soonest I can get tickets.
And listen, I feel bad that you have to wait a day, but as people who love pop culture and cinephiles, that's a good sign. That means people are going to go see it, and I can only imagine how the book fans are feeling.
Yeah.
I've been reading it. It's been.
You've been
really
reading it? Oh, nice.
I mean, I was expecting it to be popular, but I didn't expect sold out theaters.
Yeah. It's. Do you want me to? I don't want to spoil. I'm not gonna spoil stuff, but do you want me to give you an impression stuff, or
I mean, you obviously really liked it. So any thoughts on you want to give any opinions on your general thoughts about it, or?
I haven't read it. Andy Weir's.
They said they bring tissues for it, and I was like, really? And they're like, yeah, for sure. Like, damn.
Man, listen, I haven't read Andy Weir's work, and I think I should at this point because I love The Martian.
Good. Yeah,
and I love this movie. But on a good day, I might take this movie over The Martian, and I really like The Martian. Ryan, let's just say that there are aspects. There's an aspect to the film that I'm so glad they went for practical instead of CG. And yeah, man, I think you'll be surprised with what they put some of the characters through, and I think some of the music choice was just man, when the piece of music just hits right with a moment, it is just dynamic. And
God,
Yeah,
That's
man.
a huge
yeah.
opening for a non-franchise movie.
Like on
Yeah,
God,
100 million worldwide opening with 60 million of that being domestic. So
I'll say
it
that
says
Ryan
Go ahead.
has for the next 12 months, 14 months. He's gonna have a good good space, good sci-fi 12, 14 months between this and Starfighter.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? This bodes really well for his Star Wars debut because
Yeah.
this
Yeah.
will put people this will lock him into space movie, Ryan Gosling. Let's
Go
go back
watch
and
it.
see that again. Yeah.
Yeah.
Great
on
run,
going
too.
practical instead of CG, Ronan. You mean they actually went to space and didn't shoot on a green screen?
That's
I'm
what
so
they
happy
said.
they
That's what
did
Lord
that.
Miller
I'm
said.
so happy.
What
That comment still makes me laugh.
So it says the global outlook is
I'm,
the global outlook is around 100 million with a 90% offshore
Jesus.
footprint or 82 markets. North America is looking to land 60 at 4,000 theaters, but we're talking 100 million worldwide. That's incredible. By the
Yeah.
way, I want to point out, I want to get ahead of this before the grifty chud channels do. Yes, the movie cost around estimated 250 million. That's estimates. However, they saved over 50 million on tax rebates it's a public, we know that in public now. So the actual cost of the movie after rebates is a little under 200 million. So that's where I would if you are one of those people that cares about finances, you need to pay attention to all of that. The tax rebates take money off of the cost of the movie. So if the movie doesn't do well, the chuds will be like, oh, it was a $250 million movie and blah, 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 whatever, ignoring the fact that they saved 50 million in tax rebates in the UK. So
I just want to point
Anyway.
out everybody who pays that pretends like they make a big deal out of the budget, out of the numbers, never likes to look into the nuance like that. Never.
no, never.
And then
Also, yeah, go ahead.
they'll only get on that bandwagon when it's the
Yeah.
popular internet thing to do.
Yes.
So we got a couple things from Drew Goddard here in this interview that I thought were quite interesting. We'll read these and then we're going to watch the Spider-Man trailer. Super chats and then the Spider-Man trailer. So down here in the bottom of this article, it says, what are some of the films that got scrapped that you've worked on? And he says, I had a big Spider-Man movie about the Sinister Six go down
I was about
because
ready
of
to say he
Sony.
did that.
hack. Yeah. My office was right on the lot, and I saw the FBI swarm in and the helicopters fly over the studio. I was sad about it, but there was literally nothing I could do to change the course of events. I suppose it was better if they hadn't liked the script. So we could have had a Drew Goddard Spider-Man Sinister Six movie.
Yep.
Well, I
which-
mean, I think it's
yeah.
good because instead they went for Morbius and Madam Web. So
The amount of
fucking A.
the amount of Spider-Man movies we didn't get, especially in comparison to the ones we have gotten, is
pretty
the fact,
crazy.
the fact that those numbers are almost equal is pretty crazy.
Yeah.
And also, I think Drew Goddard wrote Project Hail Mary. So
yeah.
I'm a
Yep.
fan of his stuff.
So it's from a book by Andy Weir, screenplay by Drew Goddard, and directed by Lord and Miller. It's a hell of a crew right there.
Yeah. I think I'm ready for Phil Lord and Chris Miller to finally get their flowers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They have had quite literally nothing but bangers in their filmology, and I never hear their name brought up in terms of the greatest directors of all time. Now,
Dude.
I understand they may not have the Godfather effect that some other directors have, but when you do 2 Into the Spider-Verse, Collide with a Chance of Meatball, Lego Movie, Mitch's versus the Machines, I think this is going to finally be the oh yeah, this is what they've done. This is what they've been doing.
I mean, they've always impressed me. So, they were given the 21 Jump Street franchise to somehow make a movie out of that. And they were entertaining as hell. And they had to do Lego Movie. How do you do a Lego movie? They did.
Perfect
And
movie.
it was awesome.
Incredible.
And then
yeah.
Sony's like, we want to make money on a Spider-Man movie franchise, and we're going to make it animated so Marvel can't get their hooks into it. Then they handed it to Lord and Miller. 2 of the best Spider-Man movies yet.
Ever.
Yeah.
And also they're currently in charge of the TV division over at Sony in terms of Spider-Man, and that alone has given me so much faith in noir. I know there's a lot of people that are like, I don't know. I have full faith just because I know they had their hands on that.
Oh yeah.
Mhm.
Oh yeah. And they're really nice. I'll say this. I
Seemed like it, yeah.
I met Lord at a screening of Across the Spider-Verse.
You met God?
I met God.
God,
He wasn't white. I'm just kidding.
Oh hell yeah!
And he was very nice, and he was very enthusiastic. And I think he said in an interview that, like, he and Lord Miller, they both promised Miyazaki that, like, they would never stop making animation. Like, I think he's like, he told them, like, you guys are good at live action, but don't stop making animation. They're like, okay, we promise.
We also have another quote here. It says, "You've been tapped to write and direct The Matrix 5. What's your take on it?" And he says, "I can't say too much because we're still in the stage of writing it. I need to give myself space to find the best story. I think the approach will be the way I approach anything, which is, do I love it? And I love what Lana and Lily Wachowski did with those movies." I didn't really like the fourth one. I'm sorry. I didn't.
Oh, the fourth one was trash.
I'm not a huge fan.
I wanted to, but yeah.
Then the
fourth one was
2 and
terrible.
3.
The meta stuff I found interesting. Everything else, I didn't give two shits.
Wasn't that kind of the point though? Like, wasn't there a thing where they like purposely made a bad movie or something like that?
Well, they wanted it to be meta. I think they wanted it to be meta commentary.
Very meta.
I think is what it was.
Yeah, and it's like I appreciate what she was going for, but
yeah. It says here, "They mean so much to me, and I feel like they've had a profound impact on my creative voice. I take this responsibility very seriously. I feel the weight of wanting to do right by the fans, wanting to do right by the creators, and wanting to do right by myself as a fan." I respect the fuck out of that take on it. Like, he's going in wanting to try and do the best he can for everyone. But I think he also understands that you can't please everybody. So you just want to do the best you can.
Yeah.
And so you can't, there's no perfect, right? There's no perfect. But I will say, though, with 95 and 98% on your most recent film, that's pretty fucking close to perfect, if I had to guess. If anybody were taking a score on that.
They got as far as they could without going over the line, as Bob Barker would have said.
Yeah. All right, so we already hit the goal. I put up a second one because people obviously, thank you guys so much. You're going to continue to support the stream. If we hit another set of 5 super chats, we'll do 2 of the 4 that get picked. So because we're doing a fun night of member chat or super chat poll. I don't even know what to call them. Like category things that you guys voted on. We're doing a whole night of that in 2 weeks.
Say 2. That's a number above 1.
Yeah, exactly. And it seems like...
Also, nice shirt, Bob.
It seems like...
He's like, I'm not going to acknowledge that.
YouTube
Bob,
is not counting the super chats.
Bob, I was complimenting your shirt.
Oh, thank you.
He was like, I'm just going to give a stoic stare.
I totally missed it. So I'm like, huh? Well, why'd you say my name? I'm like, oh.
The poll goals. Yeah, it's not counting super chat. Why does it do this? Why does it do this? It's so annoying. Try to have fun, and YouTube just won't let me have fun. So we're gonna
just want to have fun.
Remove and start over because what the hell? All right. Speaking of that, Harrison says the poll goals. That's actually a good title for there. All right, so we got some. Go ahead, Jake.
Sounds like a B-grade adult film.
I'm gonna say
try this again. Lone Wolf $5 super chat says a Spider-Man trailer divides fans. What are you smoking, Eric? And can I get some? It didn't divide me. I told you guys very early on. I'm very happy with it, but there are criticism I'm seeing online. I try to compile all of them so we can talk about them. But we'll see what happens when we get there.
The only thing I've seen people dividing after this trailer are their body parts. That's a terrible joke.
South Texas Shark with a $2 super chat says, I almost finished my re-listening of the audiobook. All right.
For Project Hail Mary? Nice.
I've been listening to it as well, and it's one of the best like audio book performances I've ever heard. Like, this author is genuinely incredible. Like, he does one of the best I've heard. And while I'm listening, I'm listening to this book, I'm like, oh, Ryan Gosling is a perfectly casted character. I'm hearing the audiobook, I'm like, that's Ryan Gosling. Like, and it's such a perfectly casted movie. It's so exciting.
All right. Another super chat over here from we got another one from $10 super chat. Speaking of Ryan Gosling, he had an interview during Hail Mary and said that if he had talks about playing MCU Ghost Rider, but states it's complicated. You hear about this yet? Yeah, I did read that quote. Yeah,
Josh
it was
Horowitz,
a very
happy, sad, and confused.
Yeah. I don't really understand what he means by complicated. Like, that's the part that I'm a little like, what? Is it being complicated that it's an NDA and he can't say anything? Or is it complicated because they haven't come to him with like a real script yet? Like, I don't know what that even means.
Probably. My guess is either the script isn't ready yet where he likes it, or he's not sure if he wants to commit for like 5 years or whatever.
I mean, if he's under an NDA, that means he's signed something. That means he...
Well, yeah, that's true.
I don't know if he wants. I don't know if he wants to do like Marvel. Like, I feel like he's not a big franchise guy. I feel like he's a big like one at a time kind of an actor, which is good. Which he's really
let
really
me
good
explore
at
with this individual project.
Yeah, and not to say he will never do a sequel or a thing, but Ghost Rider is someone that you want to be showing up, not all the time, but like at a drop of a hat. Like you want him to be able to
be ready.
And that's why I'm kind of like, I don't really like A-tier celebrities being cast in Marvel heroes. Like in the same way, I don't want to be seeing Dwayne Johnson suit up in Marvel or DC, because to me, hey, yo, that's
the hierarchy of power would change though if he did.
Yeah,
that.
yeah,
it did.
He will take over the DC universe. You didn't know that.
Paramount.
The only I think the only ways that typically works for me if there's some kind of like CGI kind of character, like Vin Diesel works as Groot, because I'm not just like, oh, that's Vin Diesel, because there is a separation there.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess technically you could kind of do that with Ghost Rider, I guess, but it'd be a bit harder. So
I think it also varies on who's behind the project and the script, because he doesn't do the big franchises, but like, and I'm not saying, I think for me, I know it's a cult classic. For me, Blade Runner is a big franchise. It's not Marvel or DC.
That's true.
And also, I remember hearing, again, I know you guys don't like hearing his name a lot, but I remember when Snyder was saying, oh, Gosling's going to do Star Wars, I was like, wait, what? He's not going to do Star Wars. No
By
way.
the way, Blade Runner 2049, incredible movie. I love that movie.
I love that
film. It's one of my favorites. I love it.
Yeah. And to me, the reason why I think he did Star Wars, other than like it's part of his DNA, and he said he didn't see the movies till later on, but he had the blanket he tells the story about with his mom and whatnot. So it's been in his atmosphere, no pun intended. And then I think it was because Sean Levy, probably the script, hopefully is good, and the fact that like it was, for as far as we know, it's planned just as a one-off. It's just one story, and you can leave it be to the future, and that's why I think he's more okay with that.
That's what
John Levy already. Sorry.
Oh, sorry.
Good.
Go ahead, Jake. It's fine.
I love the courteous behavior.
I love
Go
it.
ahead, Darren. You're fine.
I was just gonna say, like, I don't read his Star Wars project as like a franchisable movie. Like, you could, obviously, this is a character that could do a sequel or so, but I think that's different from Marvel, especially on the scale of Ghost Rider. Like, Ghost Rider is a big character that should be showing up in a bunch of different places for many different projects. This could easily be a movie, and if it does get a sequel, I don't think Ryan Gosling's against sequels. He's done sequels, obviously, but I think that's different than like, him having to stay around.
I was going to say maybe his character could show up in another movie somewhere too.
I think he'd be more open to like a DC Elseworld story than even the main continuity. Which, if that's the case, bring it on, man. Pick a character, go wild, make it a good story. Don't fuck it up, and then go wild.
I mean, between Barbie and this, like, not only did it help Gosling's track record, but also like Sean Levy's got a hell of a track record too.
Oh yeah.
Obviously he got pretty good reception off Free Guy. Deadpool and Wolverine made a shit ton of money. He was behind several Stranger Things episodes. So Sean Levy's got some notable projects behind him.
Yeah.
Okay,
he did a film that I loved as a kid, and I still like it, called Big Fat Liar. And I still adore that movie. I adore that movie.
I haven't seen that movie in years. Oh my god.
Paul Giamatti as a dick. I love it.
Love Paul Giamatti. So these are the options on the poll. If we hit 5, if we hit the 5 goal of super chats, we're at 2 out of 5 again now. If we hit this, we'll do 2 of the choices on the poll. So if we hit a second time, that's what we'll do. I might start doing that more often because you guys are so generous in the chat. Sometimes I want to give you more options. So I might do this more often. All right, top 3 favorite TV show episodes, which was, I believe, Darren's addition to
Me
the
and
list.
Darren might be fighting for some.
Top 3 favorite movie theater memories. Now, that was something that we put on the list the other day, and it didn't win. I know Jake was excited about it, so that's back on the list. Top 3 worst first seasons of TV. So three first seasons that you were like were not good. And lastly, top 3 superhero nitpicks across all media. So
That third
nitpicks
one
you have.
said was worst first seasons.
Yes.
Okay.
And the last one is superhero nitpicks across all media. So basically any issue you have with superhero content. I said superhero because I didn't want to put it as comic book because I feel like there's superhero stuff that didn't come from the comics. So it's anything that would be considered a superhero story or something like that would be on the list. So 3 more super chats in the Reloaded chat, and we will do that. All right, we got some
YouTube is killing this channel.
It is throttling my channel. I can't take it. We have over 100 and some people watching. YouTube, will you please stop oppressing my channel?
Just get this man a Domino's pizza. Come on.
I know. Well, I have one over here. I could take another one though. I can always do 2 Domino's pizzas.
Hey.
All right, $5 super chat from Naruto. Did anyone else feel awkward when the kids were talking about Paul staying over the night? And Oliver said, "You kids are just as loud and Mark and Eve." Yeah, it was that whole scene. I'm not going to give too much context because I feel like.
Oh, you mean Invincible had questionable writing? Okay.
So no. This was a funny scene actually. Yeah, it was really funny. Honestly, thank you for the super chat.
Missing out, Jake.
Naruto with the $5 super chat said, "I just realized Amber. Yeah, Amber didn't show up in these 3 episodes of Invincible. Yeah, they kind of showed a little bit of everybody except for Amber. So that's a little interesting.
So maybe someone needs to put out an Amber alert because she's missing.
Oh, there we go. We go.
I don't know the comments at all, but I'm curious if what Amber's reaction is to the ending of episode 3. I'm curious if that will be a thing.
Oh no, I didn't even think about that, but you're so right. That's hilarious. And now, perfect super chat to lead us into our next segment of $4.99 super chat from Staggervore, who says, "I'm glad the Spider-Man trailer didn't reveal too much, but just enough to get me hyped." Yes, I agree. This trailer for me, I don't know if you guys can tell, it got me so excited for this movie. I've watched it over and over and over again since it came out. I'm so glad it wasn't just that shitty stuff we looked at on Tuesday that was kind of these little things put together that I didn't really care for. This was what I waited for. This is what I asked for.
Nice.
And this has now put Spider-Man ahead of Supergirl for me for my most anticipated movie this year because of this.
Wow.
Supergirl is now number 2, but I'm sure it's still going to be a banger. Let's go ahead. I'm going to get it queued up because I am not professional and I didn't have it queued up before I did all that stuff.
I had people texting me all day asking questions about what certain shots meant in the trailer. I'm not joking.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah. Like,
all right. So here we go. Yeah, go ahead.
Because it's like either one of my siblings that just don't read comics and stuff. So they kept sending messages or they would be like, "What does this mean? Who's this character?" And so I just had to sit down for like 20-ish minutes. I'm like, all right, here's what all this is. Copy, paste, send this out to anyone who asks.
Oh, my God. All right, so here we go. I have to say, just like always, the trailer may not be here on playback. So go and...
It should be fine.
Watch it somewhere else if you don't see it. I'm hoping Disney is really nice and lets us keep it in the videos.
Fuck.
So here we go. Disney has been really generous about letting people react to their stuff recently.
Yes.
What'd you say, Bob?
This isn't Disney. This is Sony.
This is Sony.
But I've seen
it's
no
Sony. I know.
Mine went up without a single.
Same.
Okay.
Yeah, I didn't have to do anything to my I didn't have to do anything to the trailer at all.
I've been clipping it.
All right, let's do it. Here we go. All out.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
What Spider-Man fan hasn't gotten that game yet?
Oh my
It's
God.
alright.
That was awesome. I love that thing.
Fucking good. This might be one of the best trailers I've seen in a long time. I think this
I would agree.
trailer,
It broke the record.
like it gets you. Yeah, we're going to talk about that too. But I know, Ronan, you have to head out. Do you have to head out now, or are you going to chat for a minute?
Yeah, I can even, I'll say this, that like before this and before Wonder Man, I was like, yeah, I'll watch it. It's another Spider-Man movie, cool. But thanks to Wonder Man and this teaser, I'm like, okay. Don't forget to put the alert when the tickets go on sale, because besides how it looks, the vibe, as long as it's a simple story, and then the Bruce Banners and the Frank Castles of the world. And if you look closely, there was that Mons Fondi, Ezra Bridger himself, in there for a shot.
Yep.
A lot of that stuff is the eye protein, and hopefully the film delivers for a lot of fans. 'Cause I know people have been pumped to see something official out of this.
Oh yeah.
And that homage to Amazing Fantasy 15. Mwah.
What's that?
Awesome. What?
Funny, Bob.
Amazing Fantasy 15. What?
Funny, Bob.
But thanks for being here, Ronan. Guys, go over and check out Ronan's channel. You said you have some Star Wars stuff out already, and you got stuff coming out. Is that what you were saying earlier?
Every
that you're
week
working on?
until Mandalorian and Grogu comes out, I will be putting multiple Star Wars stuff, and then on April 3rd or April 6th, I'm going to add the fuel when Maul Shadow comes out. And
Okay.
there's some Invincible stuff as well every week. And then next week, Daredevil starts, and then be on the lookout for that. I'll just say that.
Okay. All right. Well, thanks for stopping in, Ronan. And
Good night,
take care.
boys. See you, Space Cowboys.
See you guys.
Space Cowboy.
Good night, guys. Ronan.
Darren, you're not leaving.
I'm not leaving. It just nature.
You guys know I'm usually very nonchalant about trailers. Like I just watch them and I'm like, okay, I'll go check it out or whatever. This trailer has me feeling like I'm a 20-year-old kid again. Like, and I say that because I was a kid at 20. But it has me feeling that way again. Has me excited to go out and see a movie in the MCU, which is good because this momentum is going to carry through to Doomsday as well, I believe. Because if this movie is as good as it looks, I think that's good for Doomsday.
I mean, some of the Doomsday stuff's been okay, but like this is so much better than that.
I mean, I feel like we don't seen enough of the Doomsday stuff fully to judge it to its full context yet.
I think they were waiting to release Doomsday for this to come out. I think this is really the beginning of the push for MCU this year. Is this movie?
Look at this year's lineup,
because this was gonna come out after originally.
It was, but like, look at the lineup we have this year. And I talked about this last night. You started the year with Wonder Man, which is one of the best shows that they've ever done.
Yeah,
true. You follow that up with Daredevil.
Daredevil.
From what we heard, is incredible. You have this. You have X-Men Season 2 and Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man Season 2. Both had great first seasons. I have no doubt on those second seasons. You have Vision Quest. You have Spider-Man Noir. You have Doomsday. I legitimately think this could be one of the greatest years Marvel has ever had.
Yeah, Wolverine 2, the game.
That's right.
The Wolverine game as well. If everything goes the way I'm thinking it may go, I think this could be the coolest year Marvel has ever had. Like, it's just such a stacked year with so many incredible things happening, and I think this might
be the Punisher special.
Yeah,
Punisher
special should be awesome.
We have news about that today as well.
Yep.
Yeah.
I think this could be the year of fixing the casual audience reputation of Marvel. Like, I think we've been saying it's been good for a couple years now, but I think this is the year of getting the people who have maybe tuned out of Marvel for a while.
I agree with that.
Maybe, yeah.
Yeah. Anybody with any other thoughts? We're going to go through and look at some comments online and check out some of the numbers. Any opinions on it? Anything like that?
On what? Just the trailer, or? Yeah.
Like, were you okay? A better question is, this was in my top 3 at the beginning of the year, even though Spider-Man is my favorite single Marvel character. Like, he's my favorite one. So I like a lot of teams. I like a lot of other characters, but as far as number 1 for me, it has always been Spider-Man. So but this movie was just in my top 3, right? Supergirl was my number 1. This was flip-flopping with Doomsday, then Clayface, a few other random things in superhero media. But this trailer made this, like, it shot to number 1 for me after this trailer. I'm just wondering if you guys are reshuffling your anticipated list, or if this is something that you were it was already number 1 for you. That's essentially what I'm asking.
This was always my number 1 comic book movie of 2026. Like, I had this above Supergirl, above Doomsday, above Clayface. I have a couple non-comic book ones like Hunger Games and Avatar that are
Project Hail
almost
Mary
equal.
probably too, right? Yeah.
Mhm.
I wouldn't say that's above Spider- I mean,
Yeah.
Spider-Man. Like Spider-Man was
Yeah.
always like in my top 5 of the year.
Yeah.
But this is I think my favorite trailer I've seen in years. Like I don't remember the last time I've sat in front of a trailer and just watched it over and over again and watched every reaction that all my friends made. Like I'm just glued to the trailer, and I've already talked hours about this trailer across multiple different things.
Yeah.
So it's
I think it just look, if any trailer deserves to be talked about as much as it has, this is the one.
Yeah.
Like whoever did this, like whatever person was in charge of making this trailer, put them in charge of every trailer you do from now on. Like whoever this person is with Sony, or if they hired someone outside to do it, whoever it was, put that person on your payroll right now, because this trailer, just like it was said for Staggervore here, didn't give away too much. Yes, I know there's a Daredevil Born Again spoiler in there, but it didn't give away too much about the movie, but it still tells you enough about it. And we saw a lot in this trailer. There was a lot in here.
what I think it does really well, and this is the same thing I say for like pilot episodes of TV shows. It asks questions. It places a thing down where the fans don't really know 100% what's going on, and
Right.
we have to theorize about it. And I think that's what really made the trailer was the wait, what's happening with Peter? Wait, why is this happening? Will MJ find out? Who is this body swapping villain? Like it asks the audience questions, so they have to rewatch the trailer. We have to talk about the trailer. We have to theorize about a trailer. I think that's the perfect way to do a trailer when it has this community built thing within it where we have to interact with the trailer itself. I think they had
And-
multiple things about that in this trailer.
I want to also piggyback on that, Darren. That's probably why the trailer is the biggest trailer
Yeah.
launch ever in 24 hours.
Yeah.
718.6 million views in the first 24
Insane.
hours.
Insane.
And keep in mind, the one that had it before was Deadpool and Wolverine, which was 365 million views in 24 hours. So it crushed that. I mean, it stomped on that and it ran across it, which, by the way, I think that's a great trailer, but I think the rewatchability of this trailer is there's so much in it that you want to see. Like, for example, the cursing, brilliant. He webs up his mouth before he can say anything. It's a perfect way to be like, he's still a potty mouth, but we can get around it with like some gags, because that's what Peter does. Yeah. It's just great. It's just so fucking great.
Also, just on the like TikTok side of things, like obviously TikTok is such a good brand opportunity. I've seen thousands of edits from this trailer of like all the editors like putting together the trailers in different ways and putting it together. Like you can only do that with a really, really good trailer, and you have given free marketing to all of these creators for the next 3 or 4 months until we get a new, month and a half or so.
Someone brought up the GTA thing. Yeah. When I said trailer, I meant like superhero movie trailers. In terms of like trailers in general, Grand Theft Auto 6 had 475 million views in 24 hours, and this broke that, obviously. By
I mean, movies have a bigger audience than games. So.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Also,
100%.
Spider-Man is like at this point arguably the most recognizable character of all time. Like, I don't know if there's anyone who doesn't at least know about Spider-Man.
I actually don't know if that's arguable, because he is pretty much the biggest superhero of all time. At this point.
There is no other solar superhero that's had multiple billion-dollar movies.
Yeah. I think the only other thing that's like
the
arguable,
suit, guys, the fucking costumes.
I think just in like the whole like recognizable thing, it's like I think arguably the Superman symbol itself is more recognizable than Spider-Man, but in terms of money, he's easily the most probably number one IP of all time, right? Like in terms of like financial.
You know why it
I'm
generates
pretty
so much
sure.
money? Because they made Spider-Man the most relatable superhero.
Yeah.
Also, people say that Spider-Man is the easiest one for people to wear as a costume because you don't have to look like Peter Parker.
So that's why that's the way Stanley drew the costume. He made it to where anybody could imagine themselves underneath it.
Anyone can wear the mask.
Yep.
So you go out dressed as Spider-Man, nobody even thinks about what you look like under the suit because you are Spider-Man.
And I think that's the coolest thing about those Spider-Verse movies. It made a Spider-Man for like everybody. If you're a man, if you're a woman, if you're a kid, if you're multiple Spider-Mans with different like nationalities and backgrounds. I think that's really cool that like many actors could be like, oh, I want to be Spider-Man, and they're talking about different Spider-Man.
And they can write a story around you because chances are a character like that has been introduced somewhere.
Yeah.
So
that's really cool.
We have a couple super chats here. Cody with the $2 super chat. Are you still mad with the voice? Ooh, what was that in reference to?
I don't know.
Is that Keith David thing? What?
I was looking it up. They don't have a confirmation on the voice. It does sound like Keith David, but
yeah, I think it is. If we're talking about that as Keith David, everybody has said they pretty much believe that's who it is at this point.
It is pretty funny that like if that's Keith David, Tombstone's in this movie. Keith David played Tombstone 18 years ago in Spectacular Spider-Man.
Yeah.
So it's just funny the way that lines up. But
I don't. Oh, sorry. Sorry. No, I cut you off, Jake. Go.
I'm probably going to go on to a winded thing here. I got kind of emotional with this trailer. I won't lie. I don't know about like in my reaction itself. Maybe some of it showed, but I felt like a kid watching this too. I mean, Spider-Man's my single favorite superhero if I had to pick one, and all this shit Peter's going through in this movie, is a lot of stuff I experienced in my early 20s. Not all the spider fantastical parts, but all of the real parts that you see Peter go through in his day to day. And I think Roger Ebert even said this before he passed away: is that it wasn't the fact that Spider-Man, swung around in a bright costume and webbed up bad guys that won over his readers. It was that he fretted about his personal problems and the thought bubbles underneath his mask. And that is one of the most Spider-Man describing quotes to a T, if you ask me. And yeah, I mean, like it's just a weird process because, like, after when you look at No Way Home, obviously that was a movie that meant a lot to a lot of people. I had gone through a number of family losses back to back before that movie came out, so I was at a different spot. Compare that with the last 4 years now to this, I'm in a much different headspace than I was then, and I don't know. Just watching this trailer, I felt like I was Peter at several points because of stuff that he was feeling and witnessing, and just all the different references to other Spider-Man media that you'll know if you're like really like versed in the lore, but not knowing that stuff won't make you confused. So
I actually think this trailer makes me think they're going to, not in a bad way, but sort of simplify Spider-Man moving forward, if that makes any sense. Like, make it so that it's not so complicated, because his storyline with Peter and Tony and everything was such a spaghetti story. If you look back through the movies, it's hard to follow. This is like bringing him into like the friendly neighborhood Spider-Man era, where he's just at a street level, being Peter Parker and Spider-Man in New York City.
I feel like we haven't like fully got to see that a lot in these movies. Like, all the movies I like to an extent, but I think they're always so focused on the main plot and the main storyline they have to tell. Obviously, it's a movie; they have to do that. You don't have so much time. But like, my favorite stuff in Spider-Man movies and stuff is just when Peter's just like helping people. He's chilling. Like, I love Homecoming for that very thing. I love the first like 20 minutes of Homecoming when he's just like helping people across the street and he's he's getting their groceries. I love. I think Andrew is my favorite Spider-Man for that very thing. I love the little moments where he's like helping the kid go home and he's like fixing his paper airplane. He's like, that's the shit. Like, that's Spider-Man to me.
Yeah.
And I think that's why I like the games so much.
Well, I also think that's why so many moments in the Spider-Verse movie feel so personal, because there's a lot of that with Miles as well. And I did see Harrison point out that someone in their family got into Spider-Man because of Miles Morales Spider-Man. That's going to become even more common. In the next decade or so, people are going to be like, I love Spider-Man, and they're just going to mean Miles Morales.
I think we're already here with that. Like, I pass out candy every Halloween. I see a lot more Miles Morales as Spider-Man than I see a Peter Parker's, and I think that's pretty cool. I think that's great.
No, I mean, the
all right,
younger
so-
generation
go ahead,
is
Bob.
growing up with Miles, just like we grew up with Peter Parker. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so here's some stuff that we got from the trailer. I tried to go through and grab everything I could. If I miss anything in the chat, or guys here on the panel can call me out,
I will be sure to call you out.
I'm sure you can run. We're going to run through them. So the movie is set 4 years after No Way Home. So Peter's alone, living by himself, and the world does not know that Peter Parker is Spider-Man. Obviously, Peter's going through some kind of like change. We see the mutation stuff happening, or Bruce mentions it. And there's a line that says surprising physical evolution that threatens his existence. Also, maybe I was wishing too much on this, but are we getting organic webbing? Is that actually happening?
Yep.
That's what it looked like.
Yep.
I don't know.
I mean,
I think they're either going to go the Moreland route or the Man Spider route. I don't think the organic webbing is going to be a permanent thing.
I don't think it's gonna stick. I think it's a this movie thing.
Was that a pun, Darren?
No. But like,
That's
also,
funny.
I think that's kind of cool. This happening after the last movie. Like, I think it's so funny for him to be like, "You weirdo! Why? Like, why would we have organic webbing?" And he's like, "Oh fuck, no! I don't like this. This is weird."
I just find it funny that the Raimi movies kind of like made the organic webbing popular, so they introduced organic webbing into comic book, and then now they're doing the movie version of the comic book storyline of him getting the organic web. I just find that wild. I just find
So me and my brother grew up watching those movies. You know, I read comics and watched cartoons. He didn't. So for the longest time, he thought that was a commonplace in Spider-Man was the organic webbing. I'm like, no, that is not a common thing. I love those movies, but that is not a common thing.
I much prefer like the web shooters though. Like I think it just adds so much to Peter's character that he has to do it himself. He every night before he goes to bed, he has to go in and make the stuff himself and prepare for the next day. Like I think that's sick.
I mean, because you have all those moments in like 90s Spider-Man or Spectacular, whenever he's fighting somebody goes to fire, oh shit, they're empty. And like,
it allows them to do more like creatively and like it makes more the stakes a bit higher when it's like very
instead of oh no, he left his utility belt at home or something like that.
Yeah.
Just,
it's very like sorry, God. Sorry.
Right.
It's very Arrow where it's like, okay, I got 24 shots, and if I'm out
yeah. The thing that I hope this movie does, because this, like, I loved. Obviously, I love No Way Home. I like Homecoming. I have my issues with Far From Home, but really, in all of these movies, we haven't gotten a sense of New York as a character yet, and I really hope this movie changes that, because Tobey and Andrew's movies nailed that. They really did. Like, the points where you're talking about, whether it's Tobey's first and second or even third, where you see, like what happens and how the citizens of New York are affected by Spider-Man, and you see them coming to his aid, and like he's one of them. And then you got the crane singing sequence in the first Andrew film where they line up the cranes for him, like they're helping him out, and like that just shows you that, like, Spider-Man's one of them. He's one of the people. Holland's movies haven't really shown New York as a character. It's just been kind of a dead drop for the action to happen, and I really hope this movie gives New York some character.
I just have this image stuck in my head. We were talking about organic webbing, and then you brought up Green Arrow, and in my head, I'm like, what would Green Arrow be like with organic arrows?
I mean, as the I don't know. I mean, as the Spectre, he could probably do that.
Hey.
I mean, like what, like Spike from like X-Men, right? Where he just out of his body
Spike
against
from Evolution,
that
was completely based off of Marrow, by the way.
Yes.
Really quickly, Eric, before you move on too far from like the 4-year time jump thing, something I realized while I was watching it that I thought was kind of an interesting little thing. They open up the trailer with Ned saying, "This is our first day of MIT. Aren't you excited?" And I'm like, that's probably not a 4 years into the future kind of vibe.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking it's not automatically a 4-year time jump. I'm thinking we start the movie with that sequence. There's probably a bunch of like montages to show what he's been doing over those 4 years, and then we do the 4 years.
I wonder how much of the actual trailer is like the flashback stuff.
Maybe.
I think a lot of those shots of him fighting these various villains, like I think Boomerang and stuff like that, is probably in that montage and stuff like that.
I mean, probably that little Frank Castle thing at the beginning would be part of that montage
Maybe.
as well.
Seeing the battle van was so cool. Seeing the battle van was awesome. I was giddy at that. And also during the points where the sky looked a little grayer, I saw some people talking about, and I think I even said this last night. What if that lines up with the end of Thunderbolts, where the city's like being consumed by the void?
Oh, yeah, that could be.
Yeah,
Elena is rumored to have a cameo in this movie.
Yeah,
so
that would be something to think about. And also, is he going to see some announcement of these new Avengers under Valentina and be like, "Who the hell are these guys? These aren't the Avengers."
Lucky, is that you?
We also have here Scorpion. We get to see Michael Mando as Scorpion in the suit, which, by the way, I love the way it looked in the trailer. Did you guys have any issues with
I
the
thought it was great.
I thought it was
good. No, I didn't have any issue.
Punisher, Bruce Banner are part of the story in a meaningful way. There's not just cameos. Clearly from the trailer, there's going to be something more than what we got in those few shots. Shout out to She-Hulk with the inhibitor on Bruce Banner's arm, which, by the way, a lot of people were talking about that. They're like, what is that thing? I'm like, see, you should have watched She-Hulk, because we know it's She-Hulk. They have that in the show. So it's just a smaller version.
You think we're going to mention his son at all in this movie?
Oh,
that was the one thing I didn't like in the show. Like,
Yeah,
there's a few little nitpicks. I thought introducing Scar was a little weird the way they did that. So I don't know about that.
You could tell they only had a Chipotle gift card left on the budget to work with.
Yeah. Also, the strange new pattern of crimes has to do with like the jumping personality thingy, whatever. Like the Thinker did in Arrow season 4, where he jumped from person to person.
The Thinker wasn't an Arrow.
I mean, Flash season 4. Yeah, jump from person to person. But yeah, so not sure how I feel about that. Anybody in the chat or anybody on the panel have any idea who this character could be based on what we saw in the trailer?
What, the one doing like this number?
Well, that's Sadie. That's Sadie Sink's character, right?
The one in the
supposed to be
hood? Yeah, I think the one in the hood is Sadie Sink.
Well, who are you asking about?
The one, the character with the jumping ability.
I have no idea. Yeah.
I mean, it could be Mr. Negative.
Oh, I didn't think about that.
Ooh, that's an interesting. I mean,
he is in the story that is inspired from this title. So
he did get quite a big role in the first Spider-Man game too. So.
Yeah.
I'm also not putting it past that Sadie Sink as well. Like, I'm not subscribing to the whole Jean Grey of it all. I've been saying it more as a bit, but also like, I also don't want to put it past it either. You know what I mean? Like, there are a lot of. I don't even want to credit it by saying sources, because they're not real sources. But there's a
shut up.
So right now,
I don't know.
The online banter is people saying Jean Grey, people calling her Rachel Cole Alves, which is the Punisher character. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about who she's going to be. Matter of fact, I think they're keeping her secret on purpose because they want people to keep talking about it.
Like that's the casting that like everybody's just going hog wild about because they don't know who the character is.
I think that's the biggest thing is that like she has a 3-movie contract. She's going to be in Avengers Secret Wars. So we don't know yet. Yeah. We don't know yet. But like, I don't know. I don't think it's like, oh, it's Punisher's partner from the comic. Like that would make no sense. Like it could be, I guess, but like, and also Kevin Feige was the one to cast her directly. Like she was directly involved. Is one of the only things she's actively been working on besides Doomsday and Secret Wars. And I think X-Men as well. They said the like early.
So Renee says Typhoid Mary, but isn't that canon in Daredevil now?
I feel like if they're gonna have Sadie Sink play any red-haired mutant, it's gonna be Angelica Jones.
I would totally be okay with Firestar.
Yeah,
100%.
I'm not saying that's who it's gonna be, but if they're gonna have her play any red-haired mutant, that's what I would say. Because Spider-Man could use an amazing friend.
We also have Trammell Tillman playing a character named Bill, which a lot of people think is William Metzger, which is, for people that don't know, an anti-mutant figure from the comic books. And that would support the theory that some sort of mutant thing is going to be in the film. Also, they used the word mutation when they were talking about Spider-Man.
I shouldn't
So
hear
I
the
don't-
X-Men jingle.
I don't know if they're like teasing us with it on purpose or if it's an actual thing that
They
we're going to
might
be
just
seeing.
go the
in the
Man
movie.
Spider route from the animated series where he mutated further into that. And, Bruce might play the role that Connors played in that series. Unless Keith David is Connors, and that's him talking to Spider-Man.
I also think
It would be redundant to have Bruce and Connors there. Sorry to interrupt, but yeah, this seems redundant.
I don't know. Maybe.
There's also a theory that they removed characters from this shot, like they did in.
Yeah, that they CGI Daredevil.
What, you
out.
mean that there's just a whole bunch of empty space there? What?
All right. Now, somebody go to the Brazilian release of this and see if one of those hand members is hit by invisible air.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what would be funny? If they knew the fans would do this, they knew
That's
that there's a
true.
lot of open shots here. Let's keep this shot in for people can theorize on this shot, and this is the real shot. It's
The actual shot in the movie is actually much closer, but they just said, "Hey, do the full frame for the trailer so people can theorize." Do the whole.
One of the shots, him going against the hand, wasn't there a shot where he's against them, but he's not wearing his mask?
It's inside of a warehouse, it looks like. Yeah.
Yeah. So it could be one of those things where they're like, we have no idea who this is.
I also want to point out these segments, all the fight segments, are very Shang-Chi. It's very
Jackie
visually.
Chan.
Immediately, I was like, okay, it's like the essence is there, which surprisingly works really well with Spider-Man.
And they have Jackie Chan's stunt team behind it too. So yeah.
The stuff with the hand is going to be so sick. It's going to be so incredible.
Tarantula was in the trailer. That was really cool.
Also, if I had a nickel for every time Spider-Man got handed the key to the city in a movie, I'd have 2 nickels, which is not a lot, but it's weird that it's happened twice.
Dalton says the shot is actually in a prison. You're probably right. I was thinking about the scene where they were inside the building. But yeah, you're probably right about that.
I think some of those minor villains that we see from what I'm assuming is the beginning are probably going to show back up in that prison.
Tin Hat theory wouldn't happen because of rights issues, obviously, but we don't see Fisk as the mayor in this trailer.
That's true.
When Spider-Man goes to prison to see Fisk.
Lone Wolf with the $2 super chat says my favorite shot is the rebirth scene. There's a lot of great comic book shots in this trailer. I mean, the tarantula shot of him attacking Spider-Man is literally a cover of a comic.
Yep.
So
301.
Yeah, so good.
No, not 301. But yeah.
Wait, hold on. Wait, where was it at? I had it written down here. 134. Right?
Yeah, 134. Thank you.
Amazing Spider-Man 134.
Yeah, because 133 is the one that they remade from Homecoming, where he's trapped under all that stuff.
And I believe 134 also had Punisher in it. I think it was
Yes.
Punisher and Tarantula.
Yes, it did.
So that's really interesting. Dorito with the $5 super chat says, I was saying this on Discord yesterday, but I feel like if MJ and Ned forget Peter, they shouldn't be friends because they became friends through Peter. Look, Naruto, can we... I went through this whole thing. I had a whole feelings of emotions overflowing like a waterfall on Tuesday about this very thing. About how it doesn't make a lot of sense for me, the way the magic works in this world with the spell.
I just hope they don't spend too long explaining it.
I think that's kind of the point, though, right? I think it doesn't add up in their minds, and it doesn't quite work. I think that's why MJ doesn't look happy in that movie, right? I think it's going to be a big plot line of something's missing, something's not.
Yeah. Let me ask you guys a question about this, right? I don't want to argue the validity of the magic again because that was just a whole thing or whatever. But if Peter, when he made the decision, well, we say if because he did, he made the decision to warp reality so that people forgot that he was ever Spider-Man.
Mm-hmm.
Did he not really understand the emotional impact that would have on fundamentally changing the people that are the closest to him? Because I think that Doctor Strange tried to have him understand that when he was making this decision. He tried to talk him down from that, and not doing that.
Well, the multiverse is also breaking, so it's not like they could have a podcast about it.
No. I understand, but we're talking about saving people, but also breaking people. Because if MJ, and the reason why I thought about this is because of what you said, Darren. MJ finding happiness is now gone because of the decision that Peter made to change reality.
Mm-hmm.
And how many other people were affected by that we don't know, that we're not acquainted with? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think it's kind of a fucked up thing if you think about it. And I know,
yeah.
look, I know that the One More Day storyline was already controversial as fuck in the comic books, and that people pretty much hated it universally. But this is kind of why, like, it puts Peter in a position, and I know they tried to force his hand with the incursion stuff happening. I get that. But it puts Peter in a position of making a decision that fucks over so many other people close to him. And if you look at the comic books when this happened, obviously Mary Jane was the one that was the most fucked over by all of it because of what happened.
So, are you saying that Doctor Strange used his magic irresponsibly in No Way Home?
Yes.
I will not. I don't know if I can stand for that. No.
Oh, it's almost as if the next movie that came out after that explained, oh yeah, this guy's dangerous. He makes
Yeah. No, great. I love the storyline there. Sorry, David.
I don't know like what else they could have done in that situation. Like I felt like that was the only way out of that.
Well, it was because the writers put us in that corner.
Yeah.
Right? Like that's where they put us. So they could have done a story that didn't have that happen, but they chose to, which means now we have to accept the fact that that's the decision that they wanted Peter to make. So knowing that now, like looking back at it, I feel like this movie, at least from what we can tell in the trailer, Peter's going to be suffering the weight of that decision in this movie.
Yeah.
And I think that's brilliant because, and this is why I'm bringing it up, we didn't really get to sit with that much after No Way Home. This movie, we're going to get to sit with it for a while.
This is why I'm fine with Ned and MJ being in the movie, because people said, oh, they should have been gone so you could feel the weight. There is no better way to feel the weight than to see them there in this movie and to force to have to watch Peter have to be this far apart from them. That is how you feel the weight.
Yeah.
I think it's brilliant. In my opinion, it's brilliant to have him being the friendly neighborhood Spider-Man and doing this as a individual living by himself in this apartment.
Yeah.
Lonely, right, in the beginning, and seeing where that journey takes us by the end of the movie. Because that's the exciting part about it.
I mean, we're literally seeing the like with great power there must also be great responsibility. Like we are seeing and
in the most literal way possible. Like
literally, like I love that he keeps going back to them because he wants them in his life. He wants to tell them, but he he sees that they're hurt and he sees how happy he at least thinks they are, and there's that like responsibility to help everyone, even the people close to him. And I think that's such a I think we're in for a really, really strong emotionally movie. Here's a question I'm actually curious about you guys.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think there's a chance? And I know for some this might hard. I know you guys love some of these Spider-Man movies. Mm-hmm. Do you think there's a chance this could be the best Spider-Man movie?
Yes, 100%. No hesitation. Based on the trailer, I mean, I love. Are we talking about? Are you talking about all Spider-Man movies
all time? Could this be the best one?
I still feel like it could. I feel like if we're talking about like live action, because I know Spider-Verse is still like really.
Let's say like live action then. Like let's set the animated stuff aside.
My favorite
Spider-Man
live action Spider-Man movie.
For me.
It is. It is. I agree. But I do think that this movie, if we're taking into account what Peter is stepping into from the previous movies, the world that he exists in right now with all the decisions he's made, if we take all that into account, this does have the potential to be the best live action Spider-Man movie we've ever had.
I would argue all of them have the potential, but do I think it will? No, I don't think it will. But
you don't think this one is?
Huge bar.
I don't know. I have to pull myself out of nostalgia bait because I do that a lot. Things that I loved when I was growing up. And I have to look objectively at the movie and go, is this movie better than the one I saw recently, or am I just loving it because I watched it when I was younger? You know what I mean? I always have to do that because I would always pick Spider-Man 2. Like that would always be my movie if I felt that way about it. And the worst one is obviously going to be Spider-Man 3, which is.
I misheard you there. I could have sworn you definitely said Amazing Spider-Man 2. So you definitely said
Eric, that's a weird way to say Far From Home, Eric.
Oh, true. Look, I think this is possibly going to be the best MCU Spider-Man movie. I think that's.
I think it
Okay,
could definitely
right.
be that. I think that's not as high a bar.
So, I mean, whether you think it is or it isn't, this is just, I think, a testament to how good Spider-Man movies have been over the last 25 years.
That's a really good fucking point, Jake. We've had very few bad Spider-Man projects. Like,
I don't think any of them have been bad. I think there have ones with some problems. I think there are some things, but and I think
Amazing Spider-Man 2 is pretty bad.
I think that movie has some of the best.
There's stuff in that movie that
times.
absolutely works.
There's
like the
some
Gwen
stuff in there
Stacy
that-
stuff, I think is good in that movie.
There's some scenes
yeah,
and moments
yeah.
that are like some of my favorite things in any Spider-Man movie.
You don't like Shocker?
I kind of do.
Electro?
That's
You don't like
Electro, not Shocker.
No, I was going through the Shocker from the MCU Spider-Man.
Oh.
You don't like that one? You don't like Electro from the fucking that one? You don't like Venom from Spider-Man 3? I see you wearing it. That's why I called it out.
I'm hardy.
The only thing that's holding me back with this one, and this is not like a negative on the trailer, like at all, but there are a lot of things going on in this movie. And, you know, we've seen that in other comic book movies. That can be sometimes a downfall. That was kind of, not a downfall, but one of the things that didn't work for Superman for me, where there were so many ideas going. Like, we have this, like, mutation thing, and Punisher, and the Hulk, and Sadie Sink, and the Hand, and the MJ and Ned. So there are just a lot of things. And if done right, you know, I don't think it's an issue. But I do just want to throw it out there that, like, we've seen movies like this throw a lot into the pot before, and sometimes it doesn't all land. So that's my only concern right now. But if they nail it, they nail it. Like, I can see where we're going with this, and I'm very excited.
So you asked me something earlier, Darren. You were asking through the panel there. I don't know if I don't know if I'd said it. I think it just goes with what I had said earlier, that it just goes to show how good Spider-Man movies have been. This could very well be like one of the best ones, but I would argue there's like 5 or 6 that are in that pool. So
yeah, I would.
Yeah.
And I think I've talked about this on Council before, but I think it shows the power of Spider-Man, that people love Spider-Man so much that everyone that touches the character just wants to get it perfect and wants to get it right. I don't think there's ever been, outside of maybe 1 or 2 on like the smaller scale, there's very few bad Spider-Man. Like you.
What about Spider-Man Lotus?
Eric, can you pull up Superior's comment?
Which one? Right here, this one.
I only see the bottom one. Spider-Man 3 didn't have a Hobgoblin.
Yeah.
Anyway, but what other one were you talking about? You said which one?
Because I pulled up the one earlier that I think was the equivalent of a super chat, which is Spider-Man 3 Venom Sucked.
It's fine to be
equivalent
wrong.
of like a $5 super chat.
It's fine to be wrong.
All right, wait, we got a comment here from Cody, $5 super chat, talking about Trammell's character. Metzger's only goal ever in the comics is kidnapping Jean Grey, so she's looking for a viable escape route. Are we like, if you were a betting person, right, and people were saying you have to pick $5, it's $5, it's a big bet. $5 down on who you think Sadie Sink is playing. Is Jean Grey going to be your choice, or are you going to go with one of the other choices? Or are you going to put $5 down on Jean Grey?
I'll answer that in twofold. 1, Jean Grey is not my choice. 2, I'm just going to wait and see till the movie comes out to see who she's playing.
Listen, I would not put money on it. If you put a gun to my head, I'd probably put it on Jean Grey. But I'm not
only reason they're
confident in
even
that
The
whatsoever.
only reason they're
I'm
even
not
fan
confident.
casting her as Jean Grey is because she's a redhead. That is the only reason.
Yep.
Because if she had blonde hair, everybody would be like, no, she's not playing Jean Grey. What are you, fucking nuts? Nobody would be saying Jean Grey if she was blonde.
I do think
don't
it'd
know.
be hilarious if she played Gwen Stacy.
That would be funny, but I don't think that'll happen.
I think like
Jessica
the
Drew.
mental, I think the like mental stuff that's going on in the trailer, the fact that a lot of this movie is revolving
The
like,
word mutation being thrown around.
mutation. Like, we literally have damage control, which I've been saying for years now is going to lead to them hunting down mutants. Now, again, do I think it's Jean? No. Would I put money on it? Potentially, just because it's like
Okay,
thing
Okay,
going
hold on.
I got something.
Go ahead, Jake. Go first, and then I'm going to go.
Sadie Sink is actually playing the daughter of Peter's the landlord in this movie. That's what's happening.
Oh my god!
They're going to recreate the Spider-Man
Let me just
movie.
say, do we remember how many people got hyped up about what if blank with WandaVision and how many people got let down by it?
Yeah.
People are going to be so angry by being cock-teased by Mutation and Trammell Tillman's character Metzger and Sadie Sink having red hair and all these things. And they go to the movie and they're like,
Sadie Sink.
well, yeah, they go to the movie. They're like, it's not Jean Grey. They bait and switched us. And it's like, no, you fell
They
for
never told
online
you that.
fan
Yeah.
discourse.
Yep, that's why I say just wait for the fucking movie.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Darren.
Oh,
I forgot what I was going to say. It's fine.
Okay. Lone Wolf of the $2 super chat says same director from Shang-Chi. Yeah.
no, that's incredible.
By the way, I'm so glad they got him on board because that trailer, the cinematography looks absolutely phenomenal.
I never thought about how the Shang-Chi stuff would be. Like, martial arts direction would be amazing for Spider-Man, but it makes sense.
Yeah.
It makes...
Absolutely.
I hope the Russos do as good of a job with him in Doomsday as they did in his own movie.
Yes. Jed Ted with the $2 super chat says chances of a Miles tease in this. No?
I don't think so.
No, not yet. Not yet.
I-
They have said Miles will not appear in live action in these movies at all until the Spider-Verse trilogy is concluded.
Which, by the way, we got a little bit of news on that, but nothing super important.
I'll
They just
throw,
said when
like,
it's still on track to work. So
I'll throw like a small percentage in for that, just in the like Doomsday is coming after this. If you just the biggest maybe, but I don't think it would work here. I think it would have to be after Doomsday because I do think Miles will show up in Secret Wars. I think like Spider-Verse Miles, the same version we know from there, will appear in that movie. I do think that will be a thing.
I mean, they could tease him. They already teased him in Homecoming by having Uncle Aaron in there.
That's true, but again, I want to wait. I don't know if Brand New Day is the right time. I think
I actually want to see
This is
Peter like
Peter's
truly be a friendly neighborhood Spider-Man for at least one movie by himself without Miles being there, but we'll see.
So,
go ahead.
I'd argue like we're gonna see him by himself, arguably in this movie, because like you had 5 Spider-Man movies before Tom Holland of Spider-Man by himself. He's in the MCU. Have him interact with those characters, or else there's no point in him being there.
I think you do like Brand New Day is his movie. Make it 100% his movie. No other big Spider-Man appear. I also think he'll have Secret Wars. I think Secret Wars is going to be kind of a makeshift. Like I think our Peter is going to be a major part of that story, and so you can almost count that as a movie there. And then after Secret Wars, I would actually be shocked if there's a post-credit scene at the end of Secret Wars. That's like someone like getting sent through the multiverse or whatever, and it's a version of Miles or something like that, or just Miles being there already. Whatever.
I already made the prediction that Tom Holland's probably going to get the symbiote in Secret Wars, considering that's what the
that makes sense.
Yeah, and also made the prediction that we might only get one Spider-Man in Doomsday, and it probably won't be Tom Holland.
I would kind of love if he just shows up in Secret Wars and he has it, and they don't quite explain how he gets it yet, and we kind of have to find out later. And just like, holy shit! I was like, where did you get that?
Yeah, well,
go ahead, Jake.
We're doing a lot of that tonight.
So just to like explain how it happened, to give you a thing, Darren, like all of the heroes on Battleworld had a bunch of damaged costumes, and Hulk and Thor look at Spider-Man and like, hey, go in this room. There's a thing in here that fixes your suit. Well, it just turned his costume black. He just thought it gave him a new clean black suit. It wasn't until he got back to Earth that he realized it was an alien.
Yeah.
That'd be cool. That'd be sick.
Yeah. So a couple things. One,
I have that issue.
We're not doing a game tonight because we've talked so long about Spider-Man, but we will be doing it. I think we agreed on the 30th, which is not next Monday, but the Monday after. We will be doing a Nerdcast specifically dedicated to games. So anything we don't cover in the next few episodes, we will cover on Monday of that week. Dr. Midnight here, member for 19 months. Thank you so much for being a channel member. Live or VOD, click the like, thumbs up button because YouTube is attacking my channel. It helps the channel grow. And click subscribe and the bell button for alerts of new shows and videos. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. South Texas Shark, I see your super chat, and we hit the goal of the debunks, but we'll do that at the end because that's a great question. I love that question, and we'll tackle it at the end. Lone Wolf with a $5 super chat. Ooh, my spider sense is tingling. If you know what I'm talking about, Jake, know the reference. And you see, Jake does know exactly what you're talking about. So, all right. We have another super chat from Naruto here, $5 super chat. Did you hear Kirsten Dunst said, I got cast in Minecraft too because I want money? I mean, you gotta respect the hustle, right? I mean,
yeah.
So I guess Hidden Figures didn't work for her?
I guess not.
So listen, Bruce Campbell was once asked if he were doing Congo, and his answer was no. The check cleared.
Oh,
Bruce
right.
Campbell has other things on his mind right now.
Well, yeah, but I wish
wait,
him
where
well.
is it here?
Oh, yeah, no, he is. As he said it himself, he's a tough old son of a bitch. So,
all right. So now that we've had the Love Fest here, which we will continue after this.
hey, yo.
We had some people that didn't like the Spider-Man trailer. So I was sent a link for this website called Bro Bible, which, by the way, you can already
Great fucking
Bro Bible.
website
You already know what
title.
you're going to get here. Yeah. MCU fans think the new trailer for Spider-Man Brand New Day literally looks terrible. What is this CGI?
Every Spider-Man's used CGI.
And
What
of
the
course, all it does is link tweets. Yeah. They link tweets here. Let's read a couple of these tweets because it's always fun.
They're trying to pretend like they're fucking cinematography.
Genuinely
experts.
cannot believe how badly. Yes. Genuinely cannot believe how badly they're screwing up this reveal. Worst trailer marketing I've seen forever.
Worst grammar I've seen all night.
What reveal? Can you be
The
specific?
CGI
What?
Yeah. Look at the shot we're looking at here. This incredible shot with the hand in Spider-Man. He goes, "This CGI is worse than what people wait, hold on. This CGI I love the grammar. This CGI is worse than what people were saying about Superman's last year, but I have to take a breath. There's no period, but I have to breathe. But I'm going to have to watch people glaze it because it's Spider-Man, period. Finally. Oh, thank you. I'm dead serious, man. Just delay it. What even is this?
There's no question mark at the end there. Sorry.
Here we go. They should fix the CGI within the next 4 months because these shots look horrible.
Make a better one then. Do it. In 4 months, make a better one. Do it.
What were they watching?
These films are so hideous.
Well, I mean, if he doesn't even like to begin with,
Dude
then
looks
who
like he's
cares?
living in grandma's basement.
So I went through and I was collecting what actual criticisms people had. Let me just read quickly what I saw.
Are any criticisms by people who can actually speak English?
Spell.
Okay, the first one is what we saw there, which is the CGI and VFX look unfinished. People are saying the color grading looks flat or washed out. The rollout gimmick annoyed people. It may be overstuffed with characters / cameos. The trailer revealed too much, spoiling things.
First, people complain that a movie doesn't have enough cameos. Now you're complaining it does. Which fucking way? Sorry.
Cameos also.
Yeah, and I mean, it's one of those things where sure,
Another point.
could it be
What
overstuffed?
cameos?
Could it be
Those are
overstuffed?
characters.
Sure.
Those are characters in the movie. Those aren't cameos. There's a big difference.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
it could be overstuffed, but it all depends how it's handled. We have to watch the movie and see how it's handled to see if it works.
It says somebody said that they think the movie has too many MCU connections.
They have to. They
That's
legally
the
have
point.
And some people
literally
think
the
that the
point.
trailer
Then-
is leading to a bad first impression. That was the last thing that I saw there. I don't honestly, you guys know I'm hypercritical about trailers. Look at what happened with the Lanterns the other day. I would not be saying I love this trailer if I didn't really genuinely love the trailer. Again, I think this is one of the best trailers I've seen in the last decade, probably. It's and this look, some of the colors are different because of the shots, the time of day, whatever, but it looks like the suit is bright to me. It doesn't like it's muted or it's scaled down in color. I mean, I don't know.
Also a different
might be one of
filmmaker
the
than
best-
John Watts.
It might be one of the best movie looking suits. Maybe I might be my favorite movie suit after seeing the movie, but like it looks.
I will
really
say
good.
this trailer after seeing the Dune 3 trailer is like, what's going on? Trailers are getting much better now.
When you look at like some of the biggest blockbusters that are coming out, it is funny how like Zendaya's in 4 of them. Like 4 of the big ones we know. Like you got
I didn't
this,
think about that.
You got this, you got Dune, you got Odyssey. What's the other one? There was another one that's this year that she's in that I'm forgetting off the top of my head.
She's in like 6 or so this year. It's kind of
Dune,
crazy.
Odyssey, there's a 4th
Get
one.
in work.
She's trying to beat Zoe Saldana in like
Yeah,
money in hit movies.
Shrek 5.
that's next year.
I mean, it's not a movie, but also like
Euphoria, right?
before it comes out
Yeah,
here.
Euphoria. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, I'm not feeling fatigue from her. I mean, I think
No.
she's really talented, and all the characters that
No.
she plays are vastly different. So,
Hold on, I'm
So
sending
the
a screenshot.
The divided stuff that you guys are hearing from like people online and the tweets we looked at, clearly there's some sort of bad faith shit going on, right? I mean,
No.
it seems to be like they're just saying stuff, right?
okay, dude,
Yeah.
all right, when this like comes out, okay, maybe it was the drama that I saw.
It's still a stacked year. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But no, with this movie coming out, like obviously, yeah, there's going to be a lot of discourse as we've already seen for a bunch of stupid reasons. I could give a fuck what Joe Jackass has to say about the movie. When it comes out, I'm going to be like, Darren, how do you feel? Bob, how do you feel? Eric, how do you feel? Like these are the conversations we're going to have. I'm not going to listen to some basement dweller talking about this movie.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
it's about it's about clout. That's
Zendaya has a year ahead of her. Look at this.
Yeah.
This is
I
crazy.
mean, a lot of these guys complain just because Zendaya appears and stuff, and it's like I can't deal with this. I can't deal.
You mean actors get work?
What? That's outrageous.
And guess what? It makes money. So despite people's complaints, money talks, as ACDC says.
Steiger War 499 Super Chat says, I'm calling it the post or mid-credit scene in Spider-Man Brand New Day will tie into Avengers Doomsday.
That's probably what Yelena's cameo is if she's in this movie.
Ooh.
But I also think we're going to have 2.
I think there's 2 post-credit scenes. I think mid-credit scene is something for Spider-Man. It's something for his future movies. If that's a Venom, if that's I don't know, something for the future.
Called it. They're going to do Gargan Venom. Calling it.
And then the
Ooh.
second one will be something related to Doomsday. I know there was those Toby rumors a while ago. I don't really subscribe to those, but I could maybe see it, like them swinging down and being like, "Yo, what the fuck, man? We have to get up there. Our friends are fighting." It's like what are you talking about? And that leads into Doomsday or whatever.
Do we think that obviously they don't remember that Peter is Spider-Man because of the reality warping spell, but do you think that he's still going to have a close connection with some of the Avengers that he did work with in the past as Spider-Man?
I mean, Iron Man's dead. Doctor Strange, we don't know. There weren't really a lot of Avengers that he interacted with outside of the war that
They're
they all fought in.
alive.
Yeah, like he and Bruce never interacted on screen that we saw. Like, probably at the funeral, but that probably would have been it. We never saw him interact with like a Thor. Sam and Bucky, they knew Spider-Man. They didn't know Peter. So I think they kind of inadvertently wrote themselves, like they were kind of inadvertently clever with it. Because not many people, not many Avengers knew his identity to be.
Except the entire second Spider-Man movie couldn't have happened if he didn't know Peter Parker. That's the only way the second movie even works. The Tony movie Peter was.
There are a lot of issues with that second movie on its own.
Because, I mean, the entire point of him being revealed as who he is because of the situation with Tony Stark and Mysterio.
Well, like what they could also do too is like again, there are 4 years worth of time we don't know what happened, right? He could have very easily teamed up with some of these heroes, like we saw in this trailer. Him and Frank clearly know each other. They've worked together. They've probably fought each other, and also.
I actually like that though, that they do kind of
Yeah.
know each other, and we catch up with them because they've been in New York fighting crime. So
Yeah,
Very,
That's
very
gonna-
differently.
Frank's gonna call another costume superhero Red, probably.
Frank's
Yeah.
like, did you ever think about spider guns? You know, something-
For all we know, like Peter and Sam could have been like went on a mission or something off screen, and they could have saved
Right.
the day. You know, so it's like there could still be a connection that we don't know about yet. I
Him
also
and Sam as Captain America, I would go for that, man.
Yeah.
Oh, I would go for that.
I
Um,
also just have the theory that like Hulk might somehow know about Spider-Man. Like even though they
Maybe.
didn't on screen, maybe there was like a thing where it's like, oh, the spell affected Bruce, but it didn't affect Hulk or something like that.
I don't.
I
plus
mean, we
he's-
do see Peter flat out telling him.
I don't
Yeah.
think Spidey should know, as in like they've worked together. But I think most of the heroes that are in the news, he would know of them. He just might not like fight with them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like Daredevil is probably someone he has heard of because he's been in the paper a lot, but he may have never done anything
Yeah.
with him. But if he's worked with Punisher, then I assume he's probably worked with
He's
Daredevil.
worked-
Have we seen him interact with like a Kamala?
Oh yeah,
Khan or something?
Daredevil was in No Way Home.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, but they
Yeah,
knew
as
Matt
Matt
Murdock
Murdock,
and
yeah.
Peter Parker not
Yeah.
knowing about the Spider-Man.
Zap
I
says,
don't-
"Am I the only one who thought Far From Home was really mid?"
It's probably my least favorite of the Tom Holland ones so far. It has
It's my least
cool
favorite
mys-
Spider-Man movie.
I won't
It's
go
up
that
there
far.
for me.
It has really cool Mysterio scenes.
It has cool Mysterio scenes. Yeah, the plot falls apart for me in that movie.
Well, there we go.
I can
And that's all.
elaborate if needed, but that's just how
I'd
I
have to
feel.
rewatch
We'll just
it.
we'll
from
we,
any
we will
argument.
leave. We can leave it at that.
Maybe
I
I'd
think.
agree with you. I don't know.
All right.
And
So
I'm not even saying it's bad. It's not
Right.
bad. It's just very like middle of the road for me. But if the worst Spider-Man movie is that, then like it's a good sign.
that is a good sign. Yeah, we like you said earlier. I mean, there's so much good Spider-Man out there.
Yeah.
Even
So
the
many
bad
beloved
Spider-Man is
versions. Yeah.
better than a lot of the stuff that we already have from other things. You know.
I got so lucky with that character and not like to have so many monetarily successful versions, so many beloved versions.
That's
like,
true.
holy shit, did they
Oh,
strike?
I mean,
with Spider-
we've never gotten the Spider credit card, so I mean, there's something.
By the way, did you guys see? I saw this earlier today. Zootopia 2 is going to hit 2 billion through VOD sales. It's at 1.9 something, and they're estimating by the end of the week it'll pass 2 billion.
Is it still in theaters?
No,
Bomb.
it literally
no.
just left.
It just left, and that's what I'm saying. It's 1.9 something billion right now, and they're saying with VOD sales it'll easily cross 2 billion.
and it just hit like Disney Plus, so there's a whole new wave of people watching it currently.
Disney's dead, guys. Disney is struggling.
I did
I'm
the
sorry.
math.
It's not
Actually, need to
good.
hit 2.1 billion to break even, so it's a
Oh
bomb.
right,
Flop.
yeah. So it's a bomb. It's a box office flop. 100%.
Eric, did you see that like Disney video actually of the new CEO and his like speech on the future and stuff like that?
I didn't see a video, but I have a tweet with it on there.
Okay. I should-
I'll read it off here in a second, though. But we had someone that showed up we're at the 2-hour mark, and Crazy Joe has entered the building.
Hey.
Hey.
You're late, Joe.
Well, I was watching
Joe.
Ready or Not too.
I'm kidding.
Oh, okay. Thoughts on Ready or Not 2? Non-spoilery?
It's every bit as good as the first one.
Okay.
It's every bit as good. I didn't think that movie would lend itself well to a sequel. I'm like, where do you go? They did it, and it's fun.
Okay.
I'm seeing it next week.
Did you get the trailer for Spider-Man Brand New Day yet? Have you seen it?
Oh yeah. Watched it like two or
Okay.
three times.
Okay, we just finished. Before we move on to the next topic, do you want to give your thoughts on it? Did you like it? Did you not like it?
I really enjoyed it. I thought it was great. I mean, there's questions like, okay, we know everyone forgot who he was, but like, can't he just reintroduce himself?
I think that's what we talked about. That I think this movie is going to be dealing with him reacclimating with the world and dealing with the trauma from No Way Home, most likely. Harrison says, digging the glasses shirt combo, Joe.
Thank you. I was at my daughter's production of The Wiz today, so I Throw on some green glasses to match.
What's up, Big Jerry? Good to see you.
By the way, it's Crazy Joe, not Joe Jackass. Let's get it right.
Oh, okay. All right. There we go. Lone Wolf with the $2 super chat. Frank, I need a lawyer. Don't worry. I know a guy. He basically, that's how they were introduced in No Way Home was the lawyer show.
I will say,
He's a really good lawyer.
before we move on, I do think this movie is going to be essential for Born Again Season 3. If what we're hearing about the hand is true for Born Again, I'm thinking I could see a world where the hand is the villain for Season 3 once more, and I would not be shocked if Frank is the only person in Spider-Man that has had experience fighting the hand. So I would not be shocked if there's a scene where Frank and Peter are fighting the hand together, which leads into Born Again, where he has to be like, all right, Matt, they're freaking back, man. We got to deal with this.
So I pulled up that article. I think this might be all the stuff you're talking about, Darren, or at least the bulk of it, from Josh, I think it's D'Amaro, right? D'Amaro.
Yeah.
What he says will happen. So Disney Plus will evolve into the company's digital centerpiece. It says Disney Plus and Hulu will merge into a unified experience later this year after all this time. Which, by the way, I don't have an issue with them merging, but they're going to raise the price once that happens, no matter what. So get ready for that. The movie expected to drive more value for subscribers in the business and, of course, make more money for Disney. D'Amaro says the addition of ESPN will make the bundle a grand slam for consumers. Is this what you were talking about, Darren?
I think so. There was big motivational video that they had put out.
Let me see if I can find the video.
I'm looking for it too. I'm trying to.
Oh, here. I think this is Bob, on behalf of all of our employees, cast members, shareholders, and fans around the world, thank you for your tremendous leadership, your steadfast support, and your countless contributions to the Walt Disney Company. You've set an incredible example for all of us, and personally, I can't thank you enough for your mentorship and friendship through the years. You will be missed. That's the quote that I'm seeing in the article. Hold on. Is it like a 2-minute video? Darren?
It might be. Did I save it? I'm looking.
I think this might be it. Hold on, let me switch over to
It
this.
could be.
You can tell me if this is it. Is this one?
Oh, I found it. If you're still looking for it.
Is it this one right here?
Doesn't play like the first couple seconds of it.
Named CEO of the Walt Disney Company.
Looking back, it's an...
Is that it?
Or maybe. Here, let me send you the one I have here.
Okay, all right.
Send it in the private chat. That could be the same one, but I don't think so.
I think this might be a segment from that video. Like that video this might be in there somewhere.
Okay.
So we'll watch this one though. See what he says.
I hope this is real.
This is our new this is our new CEO of Disney, guys. Get ready.
It remains our greatest competitive advantage. No one else has the ability to do this at the scale, quality, and global reach that Disney can.
Not Percy Jackson. Wow.
Simply put, while others in our industry are consolidating just to compete, are struggling to be relevant in a fragmented and disrupted world,
Shots
this is a
fired.
category of one, poised to accelerate into our next era of innovation and growth. And this next chapter will be driven by staying focused on world-class creativity, enhanced by technology, bringing unforgettable stories to audiences wherever they are. While we're in a league of our own, that doesn't mean things have always been easy, especially with the pace of change that we're all facing today. When Bob returned to the company a few years ago, his goal was to fortify our business and lay the groundwork for long-term growth by reigniting creativity and improving performance at our studios. building a robust and profitable streaming business, transforming ESPN for a digital future, and turbocharging our parks and experiences. We've accomplished all of those things, and we're operating from a place of strength with ample opportunity for growth.
What did you think about the shots fired towards Warner Brothers and Paramount?
I thought that was pretty funny.
I think it's funny, but it's also a bit hypocritical considering it wasn't that long ago they merged with 20th Century Fox.
Yeah. I also did find it ironic that the part of the voiceover that said showcase great stories and they showed Avatar.
Well, I'll also say it isn't quite as hypocritical because Disney purchased them when Disney was still very profitable, whereas Paramount is already in debt, Warner Brothers is in debt, and they're combining together and creating even more debt. So that's
it could be worse. Sorry. I don't know if I fully agree that they're in like a league of their own. Like, I think Disney still has competition. Like Warner Brothers, I think gave them a real run for their money this year. They still won, obviously. But
well, Darren, not to cut you off, but we looked at it the other day. Out of the 4 quarters, Warner Brothers beat Disney twice. Yeah. In Q2 and Q3 of 2025.
Universal has some huge franchises too.
They won at the end there with that slam dunk with like
quarter 4 with like Avatar and Zootopia pretty much crushed everybody else. So.
And in fairness, this year they are also going to crush with Mandalorian and Grogu, Toy Story, Moana, and Avengers Doom. Yeah, this year is Disney's for sure. But I wouldn't say that they're like in a league of their own. Like they still have competition out there.
League of Their Own, good movie.
Yeah, Tom Hanks.
I have to put it on my list.
All right, before we do a little bit of banter, let's look at the teaser for Sonic. It's only 37 seconds.
There's nothing to it.
There's a teaser for Sonic already? Didn't they just announce it or something?
It's like an announcement trailer, basically.
Yeah.
What? Oh my God.
They announced the title, and you'll be shocked with the title.
Something you hear that pisses me off.
Is Zendaya in this? Just kidding.
She could.
Well, let's see. All right, let's see what we got. This teaser.
You think your world is safe, but your time is about to run out. The chaos has only just begun.
I heard some groans there.
I never would have guessed it would be titled that. I never would have guessed it.
So, what was the groan for? Like, is it a reveal here in a second?
They were talking about chaos. They showed the Chaos Emeralds. I just hate that game.
Oh, okay. Well,
I really don't like that game.
Darren, what was you said something pissed you off about it? Like, what was that?
I don't want to carry back.
Oh, okay.
I think kind of my biggest hot take. I think he's kind of hurt most of these movies, especially in that third one. I think every good moment in Sonic 3 is kind of put down by Jim Carrey. Not that he's not good as Eggman, he is. I was just really looking forward to a eggless movie this time around.
And Darren would just be happy if Jim Carrey's not in something. I'm kidding, Darren.
I think he did a great job in those movies. Like, I know I'm just a hater because I wanted them to be taken slightly more seriously, but I was just like, okay, we get to do something new now that we've wrapped up the trilogy and now he's back.
I mean, the other movies have made money. They're going to do the same thing again.
Yeah,
they're cute and entertaining. They aren't great or anything.
Listen.
They're fine.
I have to put a little bit aside because I know they are meant for children, and it's very lame for me to be like that old man that's like, no, I want serious Sonic movies. But like when those movies get serious, they are so good. Like they're so good when they let themselves be a little more serious, and then they'll cut to Jim Carrey shaking his ass with his twin. I'm just like, take it down for me.
That's actually been my biggest criticism with Sonic 3. Like Sonic 3, I think is easily the worst of the three. I really liked the first two. I liked the Knuckles TV show, Then Sonic 3 came out and I was so underwhelmed. And part of the problem was I thought it took itself too seriously. I'm like, where's the humor? It wasn't fun. It lacked the fun of the first two and the Knuckles show.
I think there's a little too much fun sometimes.
I mean, it's a talking
Darren's like the
hedgehog.
fun police. No fun. You're having
you're-
too much fun.
You're allowed to have fun for sure. I just think when you are ruining the pacing and the tone of the movie you're trying to create, I'm not a huge
Do you? So essentially, if I'm reading this right, it's too much indulgence with Jim Carrey. Like it's like he's doing the most instead of like actually
I think there's
being a part of the story.
I think there are parts of the movie that it completely works for me, especially in the first act, especially. But when you're in the climax of the movie and you're doing the most important scenes, and then you cut to like a bit of him doing something super silly, and you kind of take down the tone a little bit, I'm just not a huge fan of that. I would prefer, but again, I know they're for kids. I know they are kids' movies, so it's lame for me to be like, curse this movie. Like,
So-
I hope the kids have this, and it's the thing that they have or whatever.
So,
but
does it seem like a movie you would have adored when you were like 11?
possibly, it's very
I
possible.
mean-
I don't know.
My son loves Sonic just like he loves Mario. We'll see Mario Galaxy. We'll see this. Am I super excited for him? Not really. But like, I'll have fun with him.
Just curious. I'm checking something here.
God, now I want to go back and play Sonic 3.
Wow.
Man,
So-
I played that
so-
a lot of that game growing up. I played that game so much.
Sonic 1 did over 300 million globally. Sonic 2 did under 200, but that was during COVID era restrictions. It was 2022. And Sonic 3 did almost as much as Sonic 1. So it's really interesting.
I just want to defend myself really quickly to the people that's like, I need seriousness in a CGI movie.
Go ahead.
Like, we're acting like Sonic is always sunshine and rainbow. Sonic can get dark as hell. Like, Sonic is an IP that will and can take it there. And I think it's okay to be a little disappointed that we're not necessarily going there. Like, I think that's an okay feeling to have. Not saying it's not justified for not doing that.
I guess I'm
think it's
confused. How does Sonic get dark? Doesn't he just run around and collect rings?
No, there's like death and murder and like slavery. Like Sonic gets dark as hell.
What game? Like,
In the games and the comics.
which game? Like, I played the first three. Then
Yeah, there's like comic books and stuff
There's
too.
comic
Sonic
book
Generations,
Yeah.
Heroes, Mania,
hundreds
even
of
a little
games.
bit. Especially in Sonic Generations, they got a lot of mature storytelling in there.
Jaybird corrected me. He does drown a lot.
That's serious too.
That countdown bubble. Oh.
Speaking of Jim Carrey, though, I will say I do like Jim Carrey in these movies, which is unusual because I usually hate Jim Carrey in comedies. I like him in dramas like the Truman Show, Eternal Sunshine. I think he's a great dramatic actor, but I never find him funny. But I actually think he's actually good in the Sonic movies.
I'd argue those are two of his worst movies.
Wow. The juxtaposition.
I
so-
really don't like Eternal Sunshine.
Really?
I like
Oh my
Eternal
god, I
Sunshine's
love that
great.
movie. But you don't like Spider-Man Far From Home. So doesn't make any sense.
like the
That's like the
conversation.
best Spider-Man movie.
Liked it.
Joe says Far From Home is the best Spider-Man movie.
Second best. The best is Spider-Man 2.
Yeah.
The two best Spider-Man movies are part twos. Think about that. I don't know what it means, but
Lone Wolf with a $2 super chat. Okay, Spider-Man beat another big trailer. DM it now. Yeah, I don't think you were here earlier. We talked about that, Lone Wolf. You were talking about GTA 6. We looked at it. GTA 6, well, it beat any superhero trailer by a lot. Because the next biggest one was Deadpool and Wolverine. But it beat GTA 6 as well by like, a couple 100 million views. So... Cameron here with a $5 super chat. John Kent has a new code name called Tomorrow Man in the new issue of Superman Unlimited and is poking fun at what John has been through the last decade. Are you reading that comic, Bob? Because I know you do your comic books.
No, I haven't read that one.
Tomorrow Man? That doesn't really roll off the tongue for me. I don't know about that one.
Kind of like the Tomorrow verse didn't roll off the tongue for people.
Right, exactly.
Well, there is a great big beautiful tomorrow shining at the end of every day.
That's true.
And if you're over at Disney, there's a great big beautiful tomorrow.
Just watching that clip is great. But what was I gonna say? Oh, they could have called him Absolute Man because the Absolute World is doing really well in DC right now.
Oh my god! It won't
let's
make
see.
any sense in the main universe though.
Lone Wolf with the $2 super chat. Spider-Man beat GTA before GTA. That's true. Everything's going to happen before GTA 6. That is a myth game. It's never going to happen. It's never going to come out.
GTA 6 is going to be known for the amount of time it took to come out rather than the game itself.
Pretty much. Big Fieldy with a $2.99 super chat. I want a Superboy Prime movie. Do you really? Superboy Prime?
That's the one where Superboy gets the Matrix of Leadership, right?
No, I don't think so. I believe this is the one where he exists in a world where the comic book world isn't real, and then he ends up like leaving that world and crosses over and ends up being the most powerful of Kryptonians. Because he doesn't have all the same weaknesses as normal Kryptonians do, and Barry Allen and Wally West have to beat him.
And
well, he was the one.
Reality so hard that he brings Jason Todd back.
Exactly. I was just going to say the same thing. Look at that, Jake and I on the same wavelength. It happens. It happens once every blue moon.
Yeah. Oh no, Lone Wolf with the $2 super chat. Jake, can you do the Rent scene impression?
So which Rent scene? The one in Spider-Man 2 or the one in Spider-Man 3? Because I can do both.
Do one of the musical numbers from Rent.
when that chat came up, that's why I thought it was like the musical.
No, he's talking about where Peter can't afford to pay for his rent.
Hi, what's hi? Can I spend it? Look, I promise. Promises were crackers. My daughter would be fat. Don't try to sneak past me. I have ears like a cat and eyes like a rodent.
Nice.
There we go. And we're waiting for that dance with the suit on so I can send him over all the super chats. Let's see here.
Maybe I'm just
Darren...
waiting for a certain anniversary of something.
Oh.
Just
right.
well, everybody check your May.
Oh shit!
Everybody check your May milestones and do the math.
Oh shit! Darren just sent me something. The Punisher special is going to be a 1 hour episode, so that's
exciting. Yeah.
I miss my calling as what, Big Fieldy? I want to know, and I'm curious.
Darren, so you think Darren earlier, you weren't here, Joe, says that this might be the year of like Marvel returning to its glory because of all the great projects it has coming out this year.
I keep saying they really never lost their glory.
I would agree. I think the point I was making earlier though is like I think this is the year of public reception returning to Marvel and like the casual audience kind of coming back and seeing it again.
Maybe.
Right,
there is Avengers. I forgot. I was gonna say, is it just Spider-Man this year? But yeah, no, it's Avengers.
There's like 7 things out this year.
And Wonder Man was really well received.
Wonder Man was really good. I mean, I love Wonder Man.
Well, I'm
Wonder
not just
Man
saying
was
about
awesome.
obviously it was good, but I mean, it wasn't just like a lot of things are good, but it was well received. Like the public liked it. Like it wasn't like even the chuds weren't going after that show.
Yeah,
which is shocking.
Well, it's because it wasn't popular enough. It didn't generate enough buzz. Like, if it got higher on the algorithm, they want to pay.
I would say if Wonder Man were a week-to-week show, they absolutely would have went after it if it were coming out every single week. Staggerforth, the $4.99 super chat said a semi-fun question. What are some predictions for the name of the potential combined Warner Paramount streaming service? Nothing good. Like I can't think of any name that makes any sense. If anything, they're going to just drop the HBO and Warner Brothers branding altogether.
Okay.
I was thinking they'd probably just fold it all under Paramount. Yeah.
Eric, can you pull up Lone Wolf's thing, Eric?
I believe David Ellison already said that everything's just going to move to Paramount Plus. So I think Paramount Plus is just going to be the thing.
Which is so... I don't know.
But you know what? I I think HBO Max is a better built system than
It
Paramount
is.
Plus.
Paramount
So
is one
why
of the
not-
worst streaming apps. One of the worst ones.
Yes.
So why not move everything to HBO Max and just change the name of HBO Max to Paramount Plus? Because
Yeah.
it's better.
Like Paramount Plus, and we're going to look at Lone Wolf's chat in just a second, Jake. Don't worry. Paramount Plus has more bugs than any other streaming app that I use. It's
Yes.
like it freezes up on stuff. Ads will cause it to reload. Sometimes you go to start something and it hangs up on the beginning of the episode, and you have to start the whole app over again because it just will never play. It's really annoying.
Sometimes
Paramount
it'll
Plus
repeat
runs
the same ad
terribly on
it
my
just showed
TV.
you.
I think it'd be smart. I wouldn't be completely shocked if they rebrand altogether. Close down HBO Max, close down Paramount Plus, and create this like
Skydance Plus?
brand new eye-catching streaming service, and they advertise it as like we got the big ass like IPs in the world that has everything on it or whatever.
Skydance Discovery Plus.
Bob. That's funny. Here was a super chat from Lone Wolf. It says, $5 super chat. Do the give me rent, you'll get rent when you fix the door. Oh, no.
All right, I got to get in character. Hold on.
Oh.
All right.
Rent, not now. This is a rent-free country. It's not this is a free country. It's not rent-free country. Leave me alone. Give me rent. You'll get your rent when you fix this damn door.
10 out of 10. All the awards. $2 super chat from Silhouette Animator. Man spider mutation or symbiosis? I think it's more likely to be man spider in my opinion if they're going to do anything.
Yeah.
Same. Because I mean, look, they have Punisher there. Punisher was there during the Man Spider arc in the '90s cartoon. Yep. They're putting him with the scientist, and then in the cartoon it was Connors, and this it's Bruce. So yeah.
Did you guys discuss the scene where Spider-Man is jumping towards the ninjas?
Yeah, we were talking about how people have pretty much confirmed there's a big gap of like the cinematography. Doesn't make
obviously
sense for
nothing
just to be
missing.
Spider-Man.
There's nothing missing.
Yeah.
I'm guessing whatever was removed is whatever character Sadie Sink is playing.
Well, somebody needs to check. Somebody needs to check the Brazilian release of this and see which one of those hand members gets hit by invisible air because they're sure.
That's so funny. Wait, where's John Campio when you need him? Because that's remember all the spoilers we got for No Way Home. So,
if you
you mean those
penis?
You mean those shitty quality images with the watermark on them?
Yes, those. He's like, no, they're totally not real, but they were.
He wasn't wrong though. Like when he was pointing out the shadows, like I could see why he thought they were fake. Like I'm like he made a good point. I mean, it turned out he was wrong, but like you could see what his thinking was because he was right about the lighting.
You don't even need to look at shadows.
It's so funny.
The lizard thing was a giveaway enough.
All right, so before we look at our polls to see what everybody's picked, we have another super chat here from earlier, which I said we bring up at the end, from South Texas Shark. One of my favorite super chats of the night, which is a $2 super chat for what did you watch this week? Let's go clockwise and start with Bob. Bob, what are you shouting out this week? If you have to
I just
give us a recommendation.
Season 2, pretty good. I talked about on the podcast. Going to see Project Hail Mary tomorrow. I guess that doesn't count, but I'm excited to see that.
You will watch it this week.
Yeah,
that's true.
Yeah, true. And God, has that been it? I guess I've been busy. I guess that's been about it for me. One Piece season 2. One Piece.
Okay, Darren, any shout outs for you?
Yeah, I mean, I've been just kind of catching up with like everything that's coming out right now. Like Invincible, I just finished up. The live action One Piece I finished up, which was fun. Not movies, I guess I haven't watched, but I've been playing through Kingdom Hearts on my second channel. So it's been really fun. As I'm slowly getting through that. So yeah.
By the way, I'll jump back to Bob in a second, but Darren, go ahead and shout out your channel. We'll do that while we're doing this too. So where you can find me.
Sure. I mean, main channel, Darren Sanctuary. I posted a pipeline today. We're diving into our next round of retrospectives as we're starting some Disney retrospectives. Anyone's a fan of that franchise? We talked the Disney Golden Era today, so that's Snow White, not Pocahontas, sorry. Snow White, Pinocchio, Dumbo, Fantasia, and Bambi. So
Okay.
The old classic movies, and then my second channel if you guys want. We just launched it, and that's Downtime with Darren, where we've been playing Kingdom Hearts.
Okay. And Bob, where can they find you, and what have you got going on your channel?
Organized Chaos. I'm streaming. I cover comic books. I have a podcast where I talk about like the new movies and sometimes old movies just for fun. But yeah, no, it's mainly what I do. Talk about movies. Okay. There's also Organized Chaos podcast. There's a separate channel if you want to see an old podcast. It's on my main channel. You can become a member and see it on my main channel, or you can just go to the podcast channel and see it for free.
Okay. Joe, what did you watch this week? What are you shouting out, and where can they find you?
Well, you can find me at Crazy Joe Adventures. I've been putting out a lot of content there, but it's about to slow down because I'm going back to day work, and you're going to be maybe getting a video a week from me going forward. Hopefully I can keep up with that pace, but my schedule's going to be tight. What did I watch this week? I just rewatched the original 3 Shaft movies. Shaft in Africa, not very good. Not as good as the first 2. And I rewatched Good Luck, Have Fun, Don't Die, which I am still convinced is the best film of the year so far. I think it's one of the best.
But it is fun. Yeah.
See, I think it's one of the best films of the 2020s. It's got a smart script. It's a great, smart sci-fi movie with a lot of social commentary about the way we use technology, and it's got a really quirky sense of humor. I love that movie. And Ethan Van Sciver's here.
Yeah.
What else? That's all that's coming to mind. But no, I just.
I thought you were. I didn't even notice. Yes. What's up, EVS? Thanks for stopping in. Good to see you. All right, Jake. What about you?
Well, what did I watch this week? I am working my way through Strange New Worlds. I'm about to finish the 2nd season. Rewatching to kind of prep for Evil Dead Burn coming out in July. I decided, you know what? I'm due for a Ash versus Evil Dead rewatch. That series is phenomenal. Love it to bits. You can find it free on Pluto if anybody's wondering. And as far as what I got going on my channel, as I've been saying these past couple times, going through some life changes at the moment, so content's a little bit slow, but I did get a Spider-Man reaction out yesterday, and do my own show, Jake's Lost Levels, on Sundays, where we go through the process of getting a bunch of game data back. And I've kind of made a executive decision that one of the next games to fill in the Lost Levels slot, not the very next games, but one of the next ones, is going to be the original PS4 copy of the Insomniac Spider-Man game with the old Peter Parker face model. So that'll be a trip down memory lane. Then after that, a bunch of comic-related stuff that's going to be coming to the channel. Like I said, especially a lot of Spider-Man and Batman-related stuff with releases that we're getting this year. And I got a lot more that I'm working on behind the scenes. And once this life shit gets figured out, then I'll announce more.
So that's where you can find everybody. Go check out their channels, sub to them, show them some love. You guys are amazing. As far as me, what did I watch this week? I'm watching 2 older shows again. I went back and I restarted Lost, and I'm watching it with somebody that's never watched it before. So, I'm excited to see how they're going to be so fucking confused as we get through. We're still in season 1 right now.
One of the greatest shows ever made.
Yeah. I've never seen it.
I have a story with that I'll tell you. I have a story that I'll tell you guys after the stream's done.
And Fringe, I'm rewatching Fringe again.
Yeah,
I really love that show.
It's a good series.
I couldn't get into Fringe.
It gets like season 1. Okay, so season 1 is a little, but season 2 is when it really pops off, and you're gonna be like, "That's what I'm talking about."
Walter Bishop is the best fucking character on that show.
God.
Absolutely, 100%, 100%.
I'd like to point out that all the chuds who complain about Alex Kurtzman forget that he was the showrunner on that show. Because they all liked that show. So,
well, it's just like they gave a shout out to the writing team behind One Piece to go back against modern Hollywood, he's showing all of his lost DVD and Blu-rays, going against modern Hollywood when most of the writers on One Piece wrote modern Hollywood shows. So I don't know what the fuck they were talking about. One of them was connected to Disney Plus shows like Percy Jackson and Ahsoka and Acolyte, and I'm like, these people are connected to shows that you're attacking. Like I don't know.
I mean, they're
you're doing
acting like One Piece is some sort of rebellious show that's running a counter to everything else. It's like it's part of the same system, guys.
It is. It's part of Hollywood. So there we go. We actually got a couple super chats in. One of these I'm gonna pull this one up first because I know Jake will get a kick out of it. $2 super chat from Lone Wolf. Look at Toby. That would not be hilarious.
What?
Die. Isn't that supposed to be Toby die?
No, look at Toby's dick. It's look at Toby's dick. It's a John Campea reference.
Why did that go over my head? Of all people.
That's right. There was a thing about that. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Look very closely at Toby Maguire.
Look very closely at his penis.
And I'm telling you, I looked closely at the dick, and he was right.
Okay, it's too funny. Cameron with a $1 super chat supporting the show. Thank you so much, Cameron. You're amazing. Silhouette Anime with the $5 super chat. Kevin Feige had to consult on the Sadie Sink casting. Plus, she is in Secret Wars. Clearly, she's going to be Jean Grey. Narratively, mutation and might restore memories, which is what I said the other day when we talked about this, if she was going to do that. Because remember, she outed Iceman in the comic book. She went in and said, "You're gay." And then she
really?
Yes. Okay.
Yes,
This is one of the most controversial and worst fucking storylines in comic book history. Is Iceman being gay isn't a problem, in my opinion. It's whatever, right? Like bisexual, whatever you want to make him. But the storyline that outed him is awful because she outed him and then she put him back in the closet before she sent him back.
And that's also, I'm just going to say this. That's all that storyline focused on was just Bobby's sexuality.
It was so
you didn't
fucking bad.
You didn't get to see anything else about him as a character.
She's like, by the way, I'm going to out you in the most personal way, and then I'm going to put you back in the closet because I don't want to fuck up the timeline. So we got to send you back and make you forget that you're gay. Okay. Cool story, Gene. Great.
What book was that in?
At all. That's totally normal behavior. No.
It was one of the Astonishing X-Men books.
That was the one where like it was all like timey-wimey, right? Like
yes, yeah. It was like the X-Men, the adult X-Men and the teenage X-Men were all together in the same story. So yeah. Lone Wolf, $2 super chat. DM'd you a tweet, just saw it now, thoughts. I am afraid to look at whatever this is.
You should be afraid.
It is Robert Pattinson in Resident Evil.
I saw that, yeah.
I didn't see this one. I will say this. This is going to sound like I'm being a stick in the mud, but it's just Robert Pattinson. Like, I'm looking at this picture and I'm like, okay, it looks like him. Cool. When they're playing characters like this, it's like, yeah, it's Robert Pattinson in a suit with like a tactical vest. Okay, cool.
I like that's Bruce Wayne.
Wait a minute. Paul Thomas Anderson's Resident Evil?
Yeah.
Yes, yeah. We'll look at it here. Hold on, we'll drop this.
Wait,
down.
what?
So, yeah.
Huh?
July 2027.
Yeah, that was announced a while
ago. He's playing Leon. Yeah. He looks good.
He
looks great. I like Robert Pattinson. He looks great, but
have you seen those things where Anthony Starr wants to play Wesker? Have you seen that?
I just can't wrap my head around the fact that Paul Thomas Anderson is making a Resident Evil movie.
Yeah, Lone Wolf, did you send me something without vetting it first?
No, would Lone Wolf do that?
Click on the count.
Because I am a community notes contributor.
Yeah, it says this is a fan cast. Ruh-roh.
And look, Lone Wolf, look at this. It's like disgusting fish.
Disgusting phlegm.
I have now officially become a spreader of misinformation.
How could you, Eric?
How could I? Debunk me right now. Take this clip out and debunk the fuck out of me for that. No, it's okay. I'm sorry. I get it.
Now it's going to take an entire year for you to get reloaded.
I mean, you're a couple weeks early for April Fool's Day, but we can count it as your friend.
Yeah.
April Fool's a month at this point.
Yeah, no, like great. Crazy Joe was pointing it out, and I was like, Paul Thomas Anderson working on a franchise movie? What the fuck?
My favorite one is
imagine.
discussing fish. I don't know why.
Yeah.
That one makes me laugh so
It was
much.
probably
it's
because
so
of the stupid
obviously
Super Bowl
not true,
bit. That's
so-
why it's funny.
So fucking funny, discussing fish. No, it's okay. Thank you for the super chat. Maybe we'll get a real reveal of it later.
Yeah, and then you
So-
can redeem yourself by linking him that.
Yeah.
Kidding.
Anyway, let's see what you guys picked on the polls because we hit the super chat goals over in the Debunks channel. You guys have selected as a bonus.
Darren, why are you putting lies in the chat?
You don't know the lie.
Is the poll gonna come up on the screen?
Some hot
What's
fish,
happening
Jake.
here? Why is it not showing up for me?
You hang around Lance too much.
I have to reload the whole screen to see it.
Love you, Lance, if you're watching this.
Lance bailed. He was in here for a second before I could even say anything. He was gone.
I don't man.
So you guys want me to do a bonus stream reacting
about to say
to
something
push
really
back
bad.
creators. So basically a stream where I shout out people that are doing good stuff. So that's kind of fun. I like that. I like being able to shout out some people because sites like Saltier Than Crate, they love to talk about all the bad shit going on, but they never shout out the people that are doing the good shit.
No.
It's a very interesting Reddit.
Because why would they shed light to positivity?
Yeah, exactly. And over on the Reloaded channel, you guys, we hit the goal twice, which means 2 of these will be selected. Let's see what they picked. If they picked either Jake or Darren's. All right, so the favorite movie theater memory thing was 17%, Jake, unfortunately.
Boo.
But the 2 we're going to be doing over here is fave TV show episodes of all time and top 3 superhero nitpicks of all time in all media. So those will be the ones. Let me go ahead and put those on the list. These will most likely get done on the 30th when we have our poll choice Lollapalooza. Which,
how many do you think you're going to try to cram into that stream?
Well, it's going to be a typical 2 to 3 hour stream, so at least 4 or 5, maybe more.
No news.
No news is good news, right?
Well, the thing is, it's on a Monday, so chances are we won't have anything.
Yeah, I mean that's why you took the show off Mondays, right?
Yes, that's exactly why I did that. Anyway, that's pretty much it. So we're gonna jump out of here. I want to thank all of our guests tonight, including Ronan, who was here but had to go. So definitely go over and check out Ronan's channel. We will be live again on Tuesday. Is it? It's Thursday. Yeah. Live again on Tuesday of next week for the Nocturnal Nerdcast. Make sure you subscribe to all of these channels, and they will go live at some point between now and then, I'm sure, except for Joe, because Joe doesn't really go live anymore. So
I went
well,
live.
actually, you were live last night.
Yeah, on the because I wanted to explain, to the Adventures audience why the content was going to slow down. So I thought I better offer explanation so people aren't just like unsubscribe. He stopped posting.
All right, that's it. We're out of here, everyone. Have a great night. Have a great weekend. Hope everybody has fun plans. Go see Project Hail Mary. Show some love. I'm hearing it's really good. So
and Ready or Not too.
Okay, well there we go. You got your marching orders. Go do it.
Not to see Project Hail Mary.
Hey there, if you're seeing this, that means we have reached the end of the stream. Thanks so much for your continued support with comments, likes, subscriptions, super stickers, and super chats. I just want to give a special shout out to all of the channel members who have contributed to the success of this channel with paid tiers. On the screen, you will see your name displayed as a signal of appreciation from myself and the channel. If you would like to see your name on this list, consider selecting a tier with the join or plus button depending on your platform. Thanks again, everyone. Let's hang out soon in the next stream, and I'll see you then.